Back live Wednesday night. This is the part 2 feed, so this is the second part of Wednesday night sale. If you're on and watching, sorry about that. We've had some bots and some bad stuff happen to the chat and feed, but I think everything is back up. Sorry about all that. I'll wait for everybody to officially come on. I've got to go through and delete some posts now where I've shared stuff, so give me a second to take care of some stuff over there with that. And let me delete these old feeds. Sorry about that. I got to go to multiple groups where I share all this, and just hold bids because I don't even have my chat pulled up until I can get that ready. Let me go over here and delete it in a few places, though. I've shared it. I can't believe we was already live for an hour. That first hour flew by. Let's go over here, and I had one more place that I share it. Let me delete it over there. All right. So make sure you're watching part 2. Make sure you're watching part 2. And I think I've got all the bad bots and all the bad people out of here. Okay, now there it is. Let me re-share this now. And please, I'll definitely need some help doing this here. And I've got to edit this to where it says this is ended. Let me go ahead and share this into the groups. There and there and here. All right. Now let me go over here and edit this. Let's see here. Man. And let me edit this other post so everybody knows this is ended. This feed has ended. Please go watch part 2. All right. With 3 asterisks and 3 asterisks. Okay. Let me just delete that off Instagram. And now let me go to YouTube and get part 2 shared. And there's part 2. All right, let's do that now. Also, so yeah, please help me out by hitting definitely like the post and share them if you can, because this is a new feed and we already had all the likes and everything on the other one. I haven't deleted the other feed because we got to go back and rewatch it, but I have officially set it up now where y'all can see part 2, but we'll need to reshare, and I'll get started back to where we were in just a second. So sorry for all the trouble. This is what happens when you're fighting bots and foreign entities trying to attack your business. So let me figure out what's going on here, and let me click this, and let me click live now. All right. Cybersecurity. All right, let me pull up the chat. All right, so now I think we're back to where we were. Let me grab a sticky note so Tanner and Jake will know where this show officially restarted. I was just about to show supplies. I'm glad I didn't get started because I definitely got to be able to see the chat to call off all the people who I think are about to buy sleeves. So I'll give that a few more minutes. We had almost 300 people watching on both streams, so I'll hopefully get everybody back on here. So, all right, I know we had 2 different people bidding on Van Morrison. Who was the high bidder on Van Morrison? Please bid again. And then I think Christopher Morris has already bid on John Lennon, but Christopher, go ahead and get that on my screen. Thank you, Christopher Morris. All right, we're back and ready. We're back and ready. So Van Morrison, if the high bidders on that was back and watching, please let me know. And let's go ahead and go Erickson. Jamie Lee Erickson was the other bidder on John Lennon. Let me know where he's at on that. I have not shown this next record, which was Chris Stapleton from Room A, Volume 2. Chris Stapleton from Room A, Volume 2. $33.99 for Chris Stapleton. That is available. Chris Stapleton from Room A, Volume 2. But there was a waiting list. I know we have at least one person waiting for it. Nick Humphrey. Nick Humphrey, I'll have this down for you. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. James Ludwig wanted the Pretty Reckless. That's so did James Ludwig. Thank you, James Ludwig. George Scherer is at 48 on the Van Morrison. And I do have 45 sleeves too, yes. So I'm about to show I'm going to wait for everybody to get back on because I like to do supplies when we can hopefully sell a bunch because I order a bunch. And I'm going to show it all. So give me a second. I'll go through all of our supplies. But right now, Van Morrison is at $48 with George Scherer. Who was the other bidder? This is a sealed. It looks much different. It has a much different cover because it's a 1985 Swiss pressing of Van Morrison Moondance, his classic album. It is sealed from Switzerland. Sealed Switzerland pressing, and the high bid on that's $48. And then we have the John Lennon collection, which is sealed, and that's at $40. I have 2 copies of Motorhead and Motorhead Donington Park Broadcast. This is a live Motorhead album. It's an unofficial. It came out, well, I get it from a distributor who don't normally carry unofficial, so it may be like a semi-unofficial, semi-legal. I've heard somebody use that term with these unofficial, semi-legal, and I just told somebody earlier, I was talking to Paul about them, I was like, I don't know about the term semi-legal. It's either legal or illegal. I don't know if there is a semi-legal. Motorhead, Donington Park, there was one person getting this, $29.99. The waiting list for Motorhead was Stephen Burwanger. Stephen Burwanger. So, Stephen, I've already got a copy pulled for you. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. And this was like a special request last week. Smashing Pumpkin Sire. I only ordered one for that special request, and I said if anybody else wants one, let me know. Debbie Winstead wanted one, and Lillian McCurry wanted one. So actually, both of these are already sold. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. This is Smashing Pumpkin Sire. It's on purple blood-colored vinyl. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. Those are sold and sold. Van Morrison. The high bid on Van Morrison then, I can't remember who the other bidder was, but George Scherer has that for $48, and that's a final call. John Lennon was at $40, and then $41, and then $45. Jamie says he's out. Thank you for letting me know. Christopher Morris is at $45. Chad, if you have a copy of Gorhia, the link, I'll take one. I'm not going to wait list. I just ordered more of those this morning, Kyle. They'll be here, if I order them this morning, they'll be here Friday. I'll go ahead and put you on a waiting list right now, sir. Thank you. Mike Brangle's out on Van Morrison, so we're about to sell both auctions. I've got one copy of U2 18 singles. U2, 18 singles. Great U2 compilation. It's a 2 LP, $34.99. Beautiful Day, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Pride, With and Without You, Vertigo, New Year's Day, Mysterious Ways, Stuck in a Moment, Where the Streets Have No Name, Sweetest Thing, Sunday Bloody Sunday, One, Desire, Walk On, Elevation, $34.99. We have 2 people wanting one of those Smashing Pumpkins albums, Cynthia Herdron and Fred Carnell. I'll order those. They'll probably be here end of the week or first of next week. James Ludwig gets U2. That's sold to James Ludwig. Van Morrison Moondance then is sold to George Scherer for $48. That is sold to George. Thank you. And let's go ahead and wrap up the John Lennon so we can get some new auctions going. Christopher Morris was at $45. Sorry we had to reset the feed. I've got some bots working against me, and it's like, I think, causing problems. So I think we've got it cleared up now. Everything seems to be working. Let's knock on wood, cross our fingers, hold our noses, whatever. Don't walk underneath a ladder. Anything to give us some good luck for the rest of the sale. I hope everything goes pretty flawless. Let's put up a Police album. And let's also go ahead and put up the Beatles Abbey Road. So I got more Beatles and I got a Police thingy here. It's a picture disc. So we have the Police. This is a original 1981 UK and US press. These were pressed for the US and the UK. This is the Police, a special limited edition badge. It looks like a police badge. Zenyatta Mondada. It's a single. It has Don't Stand So Close to Me and the Dee-Doo-Da, Dee-Dee-Da-Da. So that's a single. What is that, about 10-inch? Somewhere around in there. Zenyatta Mondada. It looks like a police badge. Very cool. It appears that it is unopened, and this is a $30 start. The Police, $30 start. And also, the Beatles appears to be a 2006 U.S. press, sealed and unopened, $25 start. That's a 2006 pressing of the Beatles, $25 start on that. All right, there's our next. Let's go ahead and keep going in this crate. I've got one copy of Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, $34.99 for Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, Judas Priest. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny. There was not a waiting list. There was one from last week, but it's already been filled. I've got one extra copy of Judas Priest. It's $34.99. We have a bid on the Police for $30. We have a bid on the Beatles for $25. And we have Pearl Jam Unplugged. This is $39.99. Pearl Jam Unplugged. And here lately, we have been selling a lot of these. And I don't have official counts, but I've always told people this is one of our best-selling records of all time. Aiden 5 John was on a waiting list. Lily McCurry, Justin Randall, and Tony Samuelson. So Aiden 5 John, Lily McCurry, Justin Randall, and Tony Samuelson. That is a total of 4 people, and I've got some extras. This is the full concert. It is on red vinyl. It's unofficial. The official, it's $39.99. The official pressing is an abridged version. This isn't unofficial, but it's the full concert. Fantastic. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. I got 3 extras. Pearl Jam Unplugged, $39.99. Final call on the Beatles for $25. Only 1 bid on the Police. Check that out. Very cool badge. $30 on that. Final call on that. I got 2 copies of, well, I'll show that later because that's Pearl Jam. We'll keep on Unplugged right now. Let's do the Black Crowes. This is the Black Crowes, the classic Shake Your Money Maker 30th Anniversary Remaster. And I think there was a waiting list for this. Let me look it up. Black Crowes, Shawn Mankel. Shawn Mankel, he actually just messaged the page the day I was ordering these and said he wanted one. I said they'll be in this week. This is one right here, $33.99. Twice as Hard, Jealous Again. Of course, the big song, She Talks to Angels, is on here. Hard to Handle, Thick and Thin. A classic album, Black Crowes, $33.99. That's sold to Shawn Mankel. I've got 4 extra copies if anybody else wants one. Mike Brangle gets a Pearl Jam Unplugged. Shock G gets a Pearl Jam Unplugged. And the Beatles is officially sold for $25 to Preston Rose. James Ludwig is at $32 on the Police. Jamie Lee Erickson, You've Been Outbid. James Ludwig's at $32 on that. We have James Ludwig getting a Black Crowes. Dennis Jackson gets a Black Crowes. Those are sold and sold. And we have a new bid on the Police for $34. And did I claim an AC/DC Razor's Edge? You may have when we lost the feed earlier, David Hughes. Yeah, right in here earlier is when I lost the feed. So if you do want one, I didn't pull one for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one for you now. That's when I lost all the Facebook. I lost the Facebook comments earlier. I asked everybody where they were watching from. I stepped over to grab me a Monster and my laptop charger, and I lost Facebook. And so there might have been some stuff there that I missed earlier. So I'm going to recap this bin. But the last thing is Pearl Jam Vitology 2LP. This is very good packaging. It's always a heavy record, nice jacket. It's got gold foiling on it. And this is Pearl Jam Vitology. And the waiting list for Pearl Jam Vitology was Reed Gregory. Reed Gregory. So Mr. Reed Gregory, I've already got one pulled for you. If anybody else wants one, I've got 1 copy left of Vitology, $39.99. The Police has a new bid for $35. Let's get a new auction started. The Police, that's a picture disc. It's shaped like a police badge. We have one of the best bands from the 80s, the Police. Here's one of the other best bands from the late 70s, early 80s era. And that's the Cars, and this is their greatest hits. It's an original retail copy. As y'all know, we've been selling a lot of the Rocktober exclusives that was on red vinyl. Always a very requested album because of the track listing. I mean, it's the Cars. This is the original retail copy that was sold in stores in 1985. It does have a saw mark, $35 start. $35 start on that. Dennis Jackson, I've already got you down for a Black Crowes. I asked for La Luz. It's alive, but we can look at it later, brother. Okay, Paul, just be sure to let me know. Let's recap this bin of new vinyl. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, $46.99. I like the song that's on here, I Think I Should Leave. I think you should probably leave. You should probably leave. That's my favorite song on the album. Just so smooth. What a great voice. The Cramps, surprisingly, a Cramps unofficial. I just unboxed it. No waiting list. Stay Sick. Or is it an unofficial? Well, I don't know. It may be official. I think it's an official. Yeah, the Cramps Stay Sick, $29.99. Eric Fisher on Chris Stapleton. Eric, that's so to you. Thank you. The Cars has a bid for $35, and the Police has a bid for $35. Jamie's out. Thank you for letting me know. Both auctions are at $35, going once, going twice. Actually, going twice on the Cars. That's been up for a while. There's the Razor's Edge. David Hughes, I've already got one pulled for you. I have 1 extra copy here. Thunderstruck. Money Talks. Are You Ready? Razor's Edge, $33.99. Sean Holford gets the Cramps. I don't know why I was calling that an unofficial. It is official. Thank you, Craig, for verifying that. We have Sean Holford. You get that. I have 1 copy left from Room A Volume 2, $33.99. Has the song Millionaire on it. That's a good one, $33.99. Motorhead, $29.99 for Donington Park. Live, 1986 Motorhead. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, $34.99. Also, 1 copy left, again, of Pearl Jam Unplugged, red vinyl, $39.99. Boy, it gets really good right in here when he's doing Jeremy, and that's probably the best. That's probably the best track on there, the unplugged version of Jeremy. Black Crow, Shake Your Money Maker, $33.99. Mike Tonetti's going to get that last copy. The cars has new bids though, 3637. And also, if you want this one, please comment Vitology. 2 LP, 180 gram, audio file quality. Very, very nice. All right, the police is now sold. Very cool. That's worth displaying. The police badge. With 2 great songs on it too. Don't Stand So Close to Me and da-dee-doo-da, da-da-da-da. That is sold to John Cassie. Sting can make that sound a lot better than I can. The Cars is at 38 with Jason Hewitt. New bids on the Cars. Pearl Jam Live, Sean Holford, you're going to be first on the waiting list, sir. Thank you. I've always got a waiting list for that. But as soon as I go ahead and order like 20 copies of it, then I'll never be able to sell them all. But as soon as I order 4 or 5 at a time, it seems like I can always sell them out. All right, so let's go through another Paul crate. I think we're back into some kind of rhythm now, but I'm going to set Paul crate up here, and then I'm officially going to do what I've been saying I was going to do all night, and that is show some supplies. So the first thing, make sure if you want outer sleeves, you comment outer. If you want MoFi inner sleeves, you comment inner. Inner or outer. I hadn't shown supplies in a while. I got a big restock of both outer and inner sleeves. These are a pack of 100. If you've ever bought a vintage pre-owned record from us, this is what we use. We just get them in big, huge boxes in bulk. These are retail packaging, 100 at a time, 3 mil. You can actually get a George Harrison All Things Must Pass box set that's about that thick. You can get one of those into one of these. These will fit gatefold. They're $29.99 for a pack of 100. Vinyl style, that's what we use for all of our records we price and put out. If you want a pack, just comment outer. Outer as in outer sleeves. And then, here's what I use here's what Paul uses to put all the auctions in he gets ready, and here's what I use to put all my records in, whether it's an original record or a brand new one I just opened. MoFi inner sleeves. Inner sleeves are $26.99. That's a pack of 50. And those are from MoFi, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. So I have outer and inner, and these will ship with your order. $7 unlimited shipping, just like anything, whether you buy 10 packs of sleeves or 1 record, we do $7 unlimited shipping. That's what we do. I'm going to go ahead and put a new crate here. And that way, I think I'm going to go ahead and just put all this stuff in here. I'm going to go to the back and grab some more. But first, let me go ahead and let everybody know Scott Ham has the high bid on the Cars. This is a sealed retail copy of the Cars Greatest Hits. It does have a saw mark, but that's at $40 with Scott Ham. That's the last bid I seen before I walked away. And let me go ahead and let's see. Let's put up a new auction. I got sealed Bob Seger. This is the Bob Seger system. A 1980 U.S. reissue, sealed. It does have a couple small tears here and there, but it's only going to be a $25 start. A couple small tears around the edges, like right there. That's what we mean by like a couple small tears. The Bob Seger system, $25 start. $25 start on that. Okay, so let me go over to the top here. We have Jerry Stone. He wants a pack of outer and inner sleeves. That's sold to Jerry Stone, pack of outer and inner sleeves. Chris Wood Sr. needs a pack of outer sleeves. Darren Wallace needs a pack of outer and inner sleeves. Darren Wallace on outer and inner sleeves. That's sold to Darren Wallace. Thank you, Darren Wallace. Also, Cynthia Herdren wants a pack of vinyl style outer. And Reed Gregory wants a pack of vinyl style outer. That's sold to Reed Gregory. Joe Maynard is the last person there, pack of outer. Let me go grab some more of those. So there's our 2 auctions. The Cars is going once, going twice. I hadn't got to the bottom yet to see where we're at on bids, but if anybody wants in, now's the time. Alrighty, about to go through a Paul crate. I know most people's excited about that. Got some new vinyl over here, still to go through. Joe Maynard was the last comment I left off. He wants a pack of outer sleeves. And then Reed Gregory and Trevor Melsha on inner and inner. Reed Gregory and Trevor Melsha on inner and inner. Those are sold and sold. Next was Kevin LeBady on outer. Mike Locke wants 2 packs of inners. And Paul Oakley wants a pack of outer and inner. There's 2 packs of those. There's 2 packs of outers for, or 2 packs of inner sleeves with Mike Locke. And then Paul Oakley wants a pack of outer and inner. Let me go ahead and set those outers, and I got to go get some more inners right quick. And so that was a Paul Oakley. Let me stop right there. Did we get a new bid on the cars? The cars, I don't think has a new bid. So when I come back, I'm selling the cars for $40 to Scott Ham. That's where I'm going to stop. And Bob Seeger then is a $25 start. And we do have a bid on that with Roger Ramjet. Roger Ramjet. That's where we was at right there. So let me stop my feed. So I'm having to, these are like right around the corner. That's why I'm stepping back here to go get them right quick. Everybody could let me know your favorite color in the meantime. The last time I said, let me know where you're watching from, it completely crashed Facebook. So Paul already set your pack of outers. There's your pack of inners. James Ludwig also wants a pack of MoFi inner sleeves. That's so did James Ludwig. That's so did James Ludwig. We have Roger Ramjet bid 25 on that. Matt Crum wants a pack of inner sleeves from MoFi. $26.99 for a pack of 50. That was sold to Matt Crum. Jetstream wants a pack of outer. Jetstream, I got you down for a pack of outers. Thank you. Next was, I don't want inner sleeves, only outer. I'm not for sure what I just put you down for earlier, Jerry. One pack of outer. I think that's what I did. Okay, and then we have Greg Rogers, outer and inner sleeves. Sold both to Greg Rogers. 45 sleeves. I don't have those up here yet. We have cars at 41, cars at 42. And there's everybody's favorite colors. Okay, now we're caught up. So I can officially get back to showing records now. So the last thing that I called off there was the, let's see here. The last person I think was Greg Rogers, outer and inner. And then we have Cars Greatest Hits was a new bid for $43.43. And the cars is at $45. All right, so Scott Ham's at $45 on the cars. Roger Ramjet was the lone bidder on the Bob Seeger system. Bob Seeger system, and I think that was $25. And as soon as I set up a new crate, I'm selling that to Roger Ramjet for only $25. Wow, sealed Bob Seeger system, $25. Let me set that right there. Let me get these a little bit more straight in here. Give me a second. Okay, looks good to me. Okay. All right, this is sold to Roger Ramjet for $25. The Cars Greatest Hits is at $46. And let's go ahead and show some records. We have the Beatles Sgt. Pepper's. This is a new remastered copy, $26.99. The Beatles Sgt. Pepper's. Also, the Foo Fighters Greatest Hits, $31.99. The Foo Fighters Greatest Hits 2 LP, those are new, $39.99. That's a brand new, or that's a near mint copy. Brand news are $39. That's $31. Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen, $26.99 for Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen. Also, Paul McCartney, the Russian album, a new remaster. Chopa BCCP, $19.99. That's a new remaster. And Rodney Crowell, this is Tar Paper Sky. Rodney Crowell, $17.99. $17.99 on that. Muchos Backflips. Curtains, I tell you. What do we have here? $11.99. Muchos Backflips. Curtains, I tell you. That's what it's billed as. $11.99. Chris Beachak wants MCC. That is sold to Chris Beachak. That is the Paul McCartney album. Thank you, Chris. And Pixies, Trompe le Monde. The Pixies, 180 gram pressing, $26.99. Is the Cars a DMM version? It does not say that on here. I don't know if you can verify that because it's sealed. This is an original 1985 U.S. retail copy, sealed. It has a saw mark. I don't think you can verify if it's DMM because it's sealed. It's never been opened before. Jason Hewitt has that at $46. Scott Ham was at $45. Jason Hewitt's at $46. Scott Ham's out. So that's a final call. Thomas Hujar first on the Pixies. And Patty was second. Patty was second. And Craig Thomas wants Muchos Backflips. That's sold to Craig Thomas. Thank you. Let's get a new auction started. So we have the Cars Greatest Hits up. How about the Beatles Anthology Volume 1? Uh-oh, Beatles fans. An original 1995, the worldwide issue. It was pressed in the UK. It is sealed, a $95 start. It looks like there's one little seam crackle right there at the top. It is a triple LP. The Beatles Anthology. These are not in print anymore. Volume 1. This is the worldwide release that came out in 1995. $95 start. Final call on the cars. Jason Hewitt has that for $46. We're about to sell it. Kenny and Dolly, Once Upon a Christmas. Kenny and Dolly, $21.99. Not too late to go ahead and grab that. Brand X Mask. Brand X is a 1978 Canadian pressing, $19.99. Brand X Mask, $19.99 for Brand X. And we have Back to the Future, $34.99. Back to the Future, Motion from the original motion picture soundtrack. Back to the Future is $34.99. Mark Lentz at $49 on the cars. And ABBA, yeah, something like that. ABBA, the VV album, $24.99 for ABBA. Also, Charlie Daniels Band, Million Mile Reflections. Very clean looking copy. $19.99 for Charlie Daniels, Million Mile Reflections. All right. Mark Lentz, the new high bidder on the cars. That just came in. Jason Hewitt, you're out. We have John Otten getting the Kenny and Dolly. John Otten gets the Kenny and Dolly. Final call to get a bid on the Beatles for $95. Jethro Tull. Don't see this one too often. Rock Island. Jethro Tull is a 1989 Canadian import in shrink wrap. $34.99. Rock Island in shrink wrap. Darren Wallace wants the Charlie Daniels Band. Zachary's in on the Beatles at $95. I think we got volume 2 or 3 to auction as well. We got volume 2 of Anthology to do next. Bootsy. This is $26.99. It is Bootsy's Rubber Band, Bootsy Player of the Year. It's a 1978 Los Angeles pressing with poster. $26.99 for Bootsy. Sladist, VG Plus, $19.99. VG Plus, Sladist by Slade, that is $19.99. And Kiss Dynasty is a 2014 remaster, EX condition, $22.99. Jason Hewitt, you're out on the cars. Let me know if you want back in. Mark Lentz at $49. We pulled Kenny and Dolly. We pulled Charlie Daniels. Zachary has the Beatles Anthology Volume 1 sealed for $95. Final call. Chase Arnold on Bootsy Collins. That's so to Chase Arnold. Nicholas is first to Jethro Tull. Brad Bowen second to Bootsy. Thomas Hujar third. Fred Carnell, you were third on Bootsy and second to Jethro Tull. Jason Hewitt's back on the cars at a 50. And Christopher's back in on the Beatles at 100. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. This is a 2008 pressing. EX condition, $36.99. 2008 pressing of Shout at the Devil and Pink Floyd Animals. That's a new remaster. That's got a very bright cover. EX condition, $32.99. Pink Floyd Animals, EX condition, $32.99. New remaster. Dale Shannon, This Is My Bag. Dale Shannon is a 1966 mono, VG condition, $11.99. Trevor Melcher, first on Slade. That's so to Trevor Melcher. We have Pat Metheny Group, Lyle Mays, Mark Egan, and Dan Gottlieb. That's VG Plus, $14.99. David Hughes first on Pink Floyd. Paul Oakley, you were second. And we also have Frigid Pink, VG Plus, $34.99. Frigid Pink, self-titled. Mark Lent, you're out on the cars. Let me know if you want back in. Jason Hewitt has it for $50. Zachary's back in on the Beatles at $101. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, EX condition, $22.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, EX $22.99. Christopher Morris, you're out on the Beatles. Mark's out on the cars. And Jaws 3D, music from the motion picture soundtrack, VG Plus condition, $21.99. Jaws 3D. The Cars then is sold to Jason Hewitt for $50. The Beatles is going over here in slot number 1. Christopher Morris has it for $105. Let's go ahead and show our next auction, which is going to be a sealed copy of America's Greatest Hits. This is a 1983 U.S. Club sealed. It has a very small breach on the top corner. Other than that, it's very nicely sealed. An 83 Club copy. Horse of No Name, I Need You, Sandman, Muskrat Love. This is for all the lonely people. $25 start. How much was Kiss? Kiss was the 2012 remaster, 2014 remaster, EX $22.99. Zachary, you're out on the Beatles. FP price and condition. Frigid Pink is in VG Plus condition, $34.99. It's a 1970 Terre Haute condition. 1970 Terre Haute pressing. The Beatles is at $106. Slade Alive, VG condition, $12.99 for Slade Alive. We have Jerry Lee Lewis, the Sun Singles Collection on red vinyl. Jerry Lee Lewis, EX condition, $17.99. The Sun Singles Collection. The Beatles at $106. Christopher Morris, you're out. Open Our Eyes, Earth, Wind, and Fire, shrink wrap and hype sticker. The vinyl's in VG condition, $12.99. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. This is a Euro import reissue, VG Plus, $21.99. That's Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. VG Plus, $21.99. Christopher Morris, first on Jerry Lee Lewis. John Otten was second. Fred Carnell was third. And Bob Dylan, bringing it all back home. Bob Dylan is in VG condition, $14.99. It's a mono remaster. Bob Dylan, bringing it all back home. VG condition, $14.99. So, Christopher Morris is out on the Beatles. Zachary P. has that for $106. Final call. America just got its opening bid of $25. Mike Torres has that. Mike Brangle gets the Miles Davis. Mike gets Miles. And we have Christopher Morris first on Bob Dylan. David Hughes on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tim Holloway gets the Kiss record. And food delivery. No, that was Seth showing up late for work. Seth, you're late. You are so late, and you're fired. Seth says he's glad to be here. And I just fired Seth. I hadn't done that in a while. He hadn't been here, so everybody bask in the glory of me firing Seth while I open up this monster rehab. Just fired him. He is without a job. Fired. Just like Vince McMahon used to fire Stone Cold. And then wasn't he on like the next week? Okay. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second to chug some Monster Energy drink. Back to the bin. Led Zeppelin is a remaster, EX condition, $26.99. And we have Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, EX condition, $29.99. Elvis Presley, EX condition, a 2008 reissue, $21.99. The Beatles, the So Does Zachary, for $106. America just got a new bid with David Hughes for $26. And there's only been one auction, not sale. I can't believe it with as many Thin Lizzy fans as we have. Phil Lynott, Solo and Soho, Phil Lynott's original first solo album, sealed for a $30 buy it now. That's the only auction that has not sold. America has a high bid of $30. Let's go ahead and do the... Oh, I got all three. I got all three anthologies. So Zachary or Christopher, I don't know if y'all are looking for a certain one or trying to get the whole set, but here's the next one. This is Anthology Volume 2. It's an original 1996 U.S. pressing, also sealed, $95 start. $95 start. America's at $26 now, $30. Graham Parsons, Grievous Angel, VG condition, $26.99. VG condition, $26.99. Graham Parsons, a 74 Pittman pressing. That's a highly requested album. Fleetwood Mac, Behind the Mask. This is EX condition, $27.99. Fleetwood Mac, Behind the Mask. EX condition, don't see that one very often. A 1990 Euro pressing. Henry Pardidez gets the Graham Parsons. That's sold to Henry. Slade is VG minus $9.99. Slade, VG minus $9.99. And what do we have here? This is VG Artist RJD2, a 2004 original of RJD2, VG condition, $14.99. Since we last spoke, Jane Fink first on Fleetwood Mac. What year is the Phil Lynott? Phil Lynott, it's an original 1982 U.S. pressing. His first solo album, sealed, $30 buy it now. Colin Butler first to RJD2. Zachary has the Beatles for $95. Final call. David Hughes, let me know if you want back in America. Mike Torres has that for $30. Seth Wiebe, you were second on RJD2. We also have this. It's Gabor Szabo, VG condition, $19.99, a 68 Terre Haute. 68 Terre Haute. We have Trevor Melcher first on Slade. What year is the Elvis press? This was pressed in 2008. 2008. It originally came out in 1957. Spaz, Romantic Gorilla. Spaz is a 1996 U.S. split release. Spaz and Romantic Gorilla. It's a split release. EX condition, $22.99. And we had a question. Then we have Colin Butler getting Gabor Szabo. Brad Bolin second. Joshua Cross is going to get the Phil Lynott. Now, Edwin Blom asked about it. If he's passing, then it's so do you, Joshua. We'll lay that in pending. Mark Lent, you were third on Gabor Szabo. And David Hughes is at 31 on America. Jefferson Airplane, VG condition, $34.99 of Surrealistic Pillow. And let's go ahead and sell Zachary this for $95. Now, Zachary, I could be very mean and make you bid on the other one and you risk you losing it, but here's what I'll do. If you want volume 3, since you've already bought the other 2 volumes, it's the same price, $95 buy it now, and you can have the trilogy. Sealed 1996 U.S. pressing. This one has the hype sticker on it. Since you bought the other 2, if you want to take that one, go ahead and be my guest, and you'll have the sealed Beatles anthology. That's one of my favorite Beatles listens. I wish they would put this in print, like in a box set. I wish they would put these in a box set, all 9 discs, and repress them. and maybe even add more stuff to it. These are so fun to listen to. All these rare tracks and interviews. It's an amazing, amazing set. Let me make sure I do all this in order, though. So America was at $30 with Mike Torres, and David Hughes did bid $31. Dan Ingerson gets Jefferson Airplane, but he's going to pass. So Trevor Melcher, you get the Jefferson Airplane. Edwin's going to pass on the Phil Lynott. So Joshua, that's sold to you for $30. Mike Torres is at $35 on America. Zachary does get the Beatles for $95. America has a new high bid of $36. America's at $37. And yes, we're doing Beatles stuff tonight. Kind of unadvertised, but this is the anniversary of when the Beatles landed in America 60 years ago. Music changed forever. This is likely a 1980s U.S. pressing sealed. It has a hole punch where you can see the inner purple sleeve. It looks like it's shifted a little. You can see where the hole punch was shifted, and then it's kind of got slid around. But this is most likely in the 80s, probably a purple capital label, purple inner sleeve. The Beatles, Meet the Beatles, it's sealed, $45 start. America's at $36, America $37, and America $40. Carole King Tapestry, VG condition, $11.99. Cheap Trick in color is VG Plus, $19.99. Ted Nugent Free for All, EX condition, $17.99. And Fleetwood Mac and Black Magic Woman, $27.99. $27.99. Now, we got 277 people watching. How many people 60 years ago tonight watched the Beatles live on the Ed Sullivan Show? I know my dad did. My aunt did. How many people watching right now, 60 years ago tonight, watched the Beatles' first live performance in America on the Ed Sullivan Show? Who was watching? See if there's anybody 60 years ago. You're probably gonna, unfortunately, have to show your age a little bit if you were watching that. But that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. 60 years ago, who was in front of their TV set watching the Beatles come out on the Ed Sullivan Show? That's like watching the moon landing. That's like, where was you when you heard that JFK had been assassinated? Where were you when the Beatles came out on stage for Ed Sullivan? Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. That's a historic moment in history. Very historic moment in history. So, all right, so let's go back up to the top. We left off by saying America was at 37, America 40, America 45. Then the Beatles got a bid for 45. The Beatles got another bid for 45. We have several people. Wow. Homeland Conspiracy, Harry Morris, Stephen A. Young, George Delisle, Keith Muncher, Preston Rose, Greg G. Jetstream put Nug. Was that Nugent? That's so did Jetstream. We have Jack did. Kevin Blackfox's mother. Dennis said he watched it more than once. Yeah, they played, I guess they played that, when was it? Not the next night, but they played again right after that. Let's see here. George Sheriff said he was watching. Victor was watching. Charlie was 9 years old. George was 9 years old. Black and white TV. All right. Carol says, I may have, I don't remember. Most people was in front of their TV sets. So let's see here. I was almost two. I think it was broadcast. No, I don't think it was in England. No. And Jane Fink wanted Fleetwood Mac. Okay. So, and Randy, I just sold it to Jane. America is now final call. The last bid I had, just so everybody knows, Michael was at 45 and 45. There's three different people at 45. Mike Torres was in first at 45. Sealed America. And then there was two bids on the Beatles. Jamie Erickson also bid 45. And then, no, those are bids for the Beatles. Okay, so yeah, Jamie Erickson's at 45 on the Beatles, and Mike Torres has the bid on America for 45. So 45 and 45, that's where we're at on those two, 45 and 45. All right, let's go back up to the top, to the crate, and recap these very quickly. We have the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That's a new remaster for $26.99. The Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits, 2 LP, $31.99. We have Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen, $26.99. Also, Rodney Crowell, Trapper Sky. This is $17.99. Rodney Crowell, Trapper Sky. Brand X Mask is $19.99. Brand X Mask. Back to the Future. The original Back to the Future soundtrack. I'm surprised no one claimed this. The OG, $34.99. Not a new copy. An original Back to the Future soundtrack, 1985, $34.99. Huey Lewis. ABBA, Voulez-Vous, $24.99 on ABBA. And Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. That's a new 2008 reissue. EX Condition, $36.99. John Otten gets the Back to the Future. Now, I just want to remind everybody one more time, I'm about to sell America for $45 to Mike Torres. And then Jamie Wills Erickson was first to be on the Beatles for $45. Michael O, you came in second. Those are both at $45. I'm about to sell both of them. Dale Shannon, This Is My Bag, a 1966 mono, VG $11.99. Pat Metheny Group, that was VG plus $14.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage, EX Condition, $22.99. And OG, Jaws in 3D, the original soundtrack, VG plus $21.99. Frigid Pink, can't believe no one got this, VG plus $34.99. A 1970 Terre Haute Frigid Pink. Slade Alive, VG $12.99, the only Slade album that didn't sell. Led Zeppelin's a new remaster, Led Zeppelin 4, EX $26.99. Elvis was a 2008 pressing, EX Condition $21.99. Spaz and Romantic Gorilla, that's a split release, EX $22.99 from 1996. Carole King Tapestry, VG $11.99. And Cheap Trick in Color, VG plus $19.99. Wolfgang Van Halen, Sean, was $26.99. All right, both auctions are sold. America is sold for $45 to Mike Torres. And on the lone bidder on the Beatles, Jamie Erickson gets that for $45. Those are both sold and sold. Scott, I'm going to be posting the pre-order of that very soon, yes. Henry Pardidez also gets Carole King. Sean Mankel gets Wolfgang Van Halen. Anybody else in that bin, just let me know. Greg G., you were second to Tapestry. I've got, man, there has been some big announcements today, some great new music on vinyl titles, Record Store Day Essentials. I've got a lot of pre-orders to post. I've been only doing like one a day, some big ones to see how the algorithm worked, and they've worked really well. I put up the new Black Crowes album for pre-order. I put up the new Dark Side of the Moon picture disc for pre-order. So some pretty cool looking stuff I've put up for pre-order. And just doing one a day has really helped, but there's some. And then the other day I posted 3. One of them hardly didn't get any views. It's just the way the algorithm works. So I'm always doing experiments. Fleetwood Mac is so to Jetstream. All right, that was another great crate from Paul. I do have another crate of new stuff to run through. And then pretty early tonight, we're going to get into some discount half-off bins. Paul, when he's here on Wednesdays, he has to get all the auctions ready for me, and he has to price stuff. So usually there's only 2 or 3 crates of new stuff to go through, and then there's all kinds of buy it now, best offer, and discount bins. But I do have one more stray crate here with a few things, including a Neil Young box set we got back in. So let me go ahead and go through this, and let's put up some new auctions. And I have a crate of Beatles stuff behind the counter. It's almost the 60th anniversary. It's almost the 60th anniversary of the Beatles. That was February 9th. Thank you for clarifying that. So it was almost 60 years ago tonight, but the night it actually is. I need to make a post about that. That would be pretty cool. Let's put up another George Strait. Alex Roman, I don't know if you're watching, but that other sealed George Strait actually did go to you. I think he hopped on. I don't know, I think he was on the rest of the night, but let me take a deep breath. Get my oxygen level back. George Strait, does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? An original 1984 U.S. retail copy. This is an original retail copy, sealed with the price tag and the hop sticker. George Strait's a $45 start. George Strait's a $45 start. We have the Police Zenyatta, this is Regatta de Blanc, and this is a 79 or 82 U.S. pressing. There's no way to determine. It's either 79 or 82. They both had barcodes. It is sealed. It has a tiny breach on the bottom left corner, and that's about the only break in the shrink wrap. It is a $35 start. Those are $45 and $35 starts. So Davey Winstead was on the waiting list for the Neil Young box set. Davey Winstead, I'm going to go ahead and pull one for you, and let me show everybody what it is. I have one available. This is $199.99. This is the Neil Young official release series, disc 22, 23 plus, 24, and 25. You get Freedom, Ragged Glory, Wailed, and Ark, which are all very tough albums to get. We all know how tough Freedom is. On 2 LPs. Ragged Glory Expanded is now on 3 LPs. Wailed is a 3 LP, and then Ark, and that's what those album covers look like. That's a really cool set. I have one myself. $199.99. Those are tough OGs to find. Not cheap, especially if they're autographed. We sold an autographed copy of Ragged Glory back in December for $1,175, an autograph copy for $1,175, I think, somewhere around in there. So there's Neil Young, $199.99. We have Coulter Wall. Coulter Wall, this is Imaginary Appalachia, and there was a pre-order for this. I've been waiting for these to come in. Imaginary Appalachia. So they reissued Coulter Wall's catalog on red vinyl, and this is one of his more popular albums, Imaginary Appalachia. There was a few people waiting for this to come in. Let me go ahead and pull those. We have Cynthia Herdron wanted Imaginary Appalachia. Debbie Blair wanted Imaginary Appalachia. Those are sold, and I've got 2 copies left of red vinyl, Coulter Wall, new red vinyl edition, Imaginary Appalachia. 2 copies of that, and another one, which is Western Swings and Waltzes. I've got 2 more of those, also red vinyl, and Cynthia Herdron was also on a pre-order for that. That's sold to Cynthia Herdron. That's sold to Cynthia Herdron. So I've got 1 copy of Western Swing and Waltzes, 2 copies of Imaginary Appalachia, 1 copy of Michael Jackson Thriller, $28.99 for Michael Jackson Thriller, and I did get a restock of Dolly Parton Rockstar. This is $64.99. $64.99. This is Rockstar 4LP. That's the indie exclusive purple vinyl. $64.99. And there was 1 person waiting for these to come in, but I do have Dolly. She is $64.99. Burt Jordan was on a waiting list. Burt Jordan. So I've got 2 extra copies, and Debbie Winstead was on the Neil Young box set. I've already pulled that for Debbie Winstead. Let me go ahead and scratch her off here on the spreadsheet. And Dolly is $64.99. I got 2 extra copies. All right, how much was Coulter Wall? $29.99. The Police has 1 bid for $35. Sealed George Strait has no bids for $45. Final call on both of those. We have, did you sell the Autograph Freedom album? I have not sold the Autograph Freedom album. As of right now, I have decided to keep that one. I'm keeping self-titled Neil Young, his first album autographed, and I'm keeping Freedom. I've got both of those signed, and I'm going to keep both of those for my personal collection as of right now. All right, so that wasn't much in there, just Neil Young, $199.99, Coulter Wall, $29, the other Coulter Wall, $29, Michael Jackson Thriller. We have Dolly and Dolly, George Strait. This is for, does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? An original 84 U.S. retail copy. It is sealed. And this is The Police, Regatta de Blanc. That is a final call. It has 1 bid. It is sealed. Sealed Police for $35. Final call on that. I'm going to set this right over here. And that was another crate of new vinyl. Let's go ahead and go straight in. I've got a discount bin over here. I never do half-off bins this early. It's very fun when I do half-off bins this early because most people don't stick around to like 11 p.m. Last night at 11 p.m., we were going through half-off bins, and we were literally selling entire crates. Like as fast as I could show stuff, we were selling half-off records. We emptied, I know for sure we completely cleared out 1 entire bin. 1 entire bin for that. And you still have Harvest. I do have a signed Harvest, and I have a signed, I got a lot of great, I've still got about 20 autographed Neil Young albums, including a backstage pass, and just nobody's really asked for them in a while, but I still got about 20 signed autographed Neil Young albums. I've got them, we just got them put up. We sold a bunch of them. I think everybody that I had as a customer who wanted one got one, and I haven't really touched them. I still got John Prine. I still got some signed band stuff. I just sold a Gary Wright autograph on eBay. We still got some great stuff. So, Neil Young bundle, yeah. I'll sell you 20 for $20,000. That's a bundle deal. George Strait, Victoria bid $45, going once, going twice. Victoria has the high bid on this for $45. Let's go ahead and sell The Police. Let's go ahead and sell The Police for $35. Who signed the John Prine? John Prine did. John Prine signed the John Prine. And I got we got Marilyn Manson in the back too. I don't actually have Marilyn Manson himself in the back. He is not in our back room. I have a record signed by him. Marilyn Manson's not in the store right now. All right, this bin, the price I tell you is the discount price. I hope you're ready for this. The price that I tell you is the discounted price. We have Alan Montgomery in on the George Strait at $46. Here we go. Be careful what you offer on that bundle, because I might say yes. Yeah, better be careful. The Pointer Sisters, Steppin'. This is $5. The price I tell you is the discount price. I'll let you know if anything's check condition. I've got some stuff here that's like 9, 10 months old. It's ready for it to be discounted. It's ready to be discounted. So Pointer Sisters is $5. Wet Willie, Mannerisms. Wet Willie is $10. Brad Bolin, first on the Pointer Sisters. That's sold to Brad Bolin. George Strait's at $47. Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Center of the Earth, $10. We sold like 3 copies of that last night. There's another one, $10. Another Rick Wakeman, No Earthly Connection. That one's $7.50. No condition notes on that. The Isley Brothers, 16 Greatest Hits, $10. Greg G, first on Wet Willie. That's sold to Greg G. Thank you. Also, Harry Nilsson, son of Schmilson, $12.50. Harry Nilsson, son of Schmilson, $12.50. Jackson, you're first to Rick Wakeman. Let me know if you want Journey or No Earthly Connection. Isley Brothers, son of Schmilson. And guess who? Share the Land is $10. Also, George Strait is now at $46. Victoria Rachel's, you're out. Let me put up a new auction. This is the Beach Boys Christmas album. The Beach Boys Christmas album appears to be a 1975 or a 1978 U.S. pressing. It is sealed, $35 start. The Beach Boys Christmas album, $35 start. Jackson wanted the second Rick Wakeman. This is sold to Jackson. Next was Darren Meyer. He wants the $10 one. That's Journey to the Center of the Earth. That worked out good. You get that one. Jetstream first to the Isley Brothers. Fred Carnell second. Greg Rogers first to the Guess Who. Or not Greg Rogers. Greg G, what's your actual name? I know Tanner or Jake will know, but let me know what your actual name is. And then George Strait. Victoria Rachel's is back in at 47. Alan Montgomery is out. We have Wings, Back to the Egg. VG Plus condition, $9. VG Plus condition, $9 on that. Paul McCartney and Wings. Harry Nilsson still available. So is Crosby, Stills, Nash, Four-Way Street. That has the hop sticker with it. That is $20. It also has the insert. This has a lyric insert. It's a 2LP with hop sticker. $20 on that. Jamie Erickson, first on Wings. That's sold to Jamie Erickson. And we have Genesis, 3 Sides Live, $17.50 for Genesis, 3 Sides Live, $17.50 on that. Genesis, 3 Sides Live. Also, Tension, this is a metal album from that radio station collection we got. That's now $15. It's a 1986 U.S. pressing, $15 on that. And we have the Chesterfield Kings Tripping Out. This is $18.50. This is $18.50. 1997 Spanish pressing, sealed. The Chesterfield Kings, that's from Dale's Pittsburgh collection. Jamie Erickson, first on Wings. Next was Stephen A. Young on the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Let's go ahead and make George Strait then a final call. I was waiting for Alan Montgomery to bid again. Or I was actually waiting for Alan to bid again. Victoria has that for 47. Alan, you're out. The Beach Boys is a buy it now. Sealed Beach Boys Christmas album, Little St. Nick, $35 if anybody wants that. Bob Dylan Saved is $17.50, has the original inner sleeve, $17.50 on that. Mac Hockman gets the Beach Boys for a $35 buy it now. Mike Torres, you were second. Lucky Peterson, triple play, $12.50 on the Alligator label. Another Lucky Peterson, that one's $13.50. Lucky Peterson strikes again. New bid on George Strait for $50. Now we have 3 bidders on George Strait. Next auction is another Beach Boys. This is called Friends and Smiley Smile. It's a 2-in-1. It appears to be an original 1974 U.S. pressing. It is sealed. It has a couple small breaches. There's one and there's a couple on the corners. But that's Friends and Smiley Smile, 2-in-1, $35 start on that. If you just joined us, we're in the middle of a half-off bin. Everything in here is half-off sticker. We got George Strait and the Beach Boys up for bid. If you haven't already, make sure you've hit the like button on Facebook, the like button on YouTube. I'd like to clear out this crate. We're on a good pace so far. Next, the 1975. This is sealed. $17.50. A brief inquiry into online relationships. The 1975. That is unopened for $17.50. We have First Choice Double Cross. That's a 12-inch single. $5 on that. And we have Oars, Body to Body Boogie. That is ORS, mixed by Bobby DJ Gattaradro, however you say his name. That's $10. Jetstream gets both Lucky Petersons. Those are sold to Jetstream and Jetstream. Next is Dr. Hook, a little bit more. Dr. Hook is $7.50. Also, Paul McCartney, Tug of War, $11.50 for McCartney. Tug of War. It has the original inner sleeve. Eric Fisher first on the 1975. Now, Victoria and Alan Montgomery are both out on George Strait. We have a high bid with Josh Tanner for $50. That's now a final call. Nobody's bid on the Beach Boys. It's a $35 start. John Otten on DH. That's Dr. Hook. That's sold to John Otten. Victoria's back in on George Strait at $52. Robert, you were second on Dr. Hook. We also have X-Ray TTED Hip Hop Rappers, another 12-inch single of some kind, $5 on that. Pure Prairie League Live, Taking the Stage, EX Condition, $9 on that. Jamie Erickson on MC, that's McCartney, that's sold to Jamie Erickson. We have Ceremony, Spooky Tooth and Pierre Henry, EX Condition, $8.50. That is Ceremony, Spooky Tooth and Pierre Henry, EX Condition, $8.50. The Beatles, featuring Tony Sheridan, that's $12.50. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan, $12.50 on that. And Here the Beatles Tell All, that's $10. That is a Beatles interview on VJ, $10 on that. John R. on ST for Spooky Tooth. Josh Tanner's back in on George Strait for $55. If anybody wants the Beach Boys, it's a $35 bot now on the Beach Boys. The Guess Who, Song Long Bannatyne, that is $9. The Guess Who, Song Long Bannatyne, $9 on that. And Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, that's also $9. John Otten, first on the Beach Boys bot now for $35. Jane Fink, you were second. Josh Tanner, once again, the high bid on George Strait for $55. The next auction is David Bowie, Love You Till Tuesday, a 1984 U.S. retail copy, sealed, $35 start. It does have a couple small tears. When we say small tears, we mean like very small. $35 start. That's a 1984 U.S. retail. David Bowie, Love You Till Tuesday. That's a $35 start. Terry, you were third on the Beach Boys. Victoria's back in on George Strait at $57. The Best of Buffalo Springfield. Last night, somebody was looking for the track for what it's worth. It's on this one. That's a later label. Super clean copy, $17. And I'm back. I'm going to mute my mic, though, for a second so I can take a drink of Monster. Okay, now I'm back. All right. Sorry about that. Let's go back up top. So the Beach Boys. John Otten got the Beach Boys. Jane was second. Terry Schneider third. George Strait got a new bid for $57. This is a sealed retail copy. Josh Tanner's out. Mike, no sound, Mike, mute, Bowie, song list, no sound, audio, no sound, Mike, now sound gone, no mic, sound. Mike, your audio, sound, exclamation parts. Jamie Erickson gets McCartney. That's so to Jamie Erickson. Next was Quarter Flash. Take Another Picture. Quarter Flash is $7.50. We have Player, Danger Zone. Players in VG Plus condition, $5. Also, Fully Naked. This is Golden Earring, a music on vinyl pressing. Now $22.50. 1, 2, 3 LPs for music on vinyl. That is $22.50. Golden Earring. Grand Funk's Greatest Hits. Very clean copy. $10. Original inner sleeve. Grand Funk's Greatest Hits. $10 on that. And John Lennon Double Fantasy. There's our nightly copy of Double Fantasy. $10 on that. The George Strait is an original copy. Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? An original sealed retail copy, 1984, original price tag and hype sticker. That is now a final call. Back up to the top. The high bidder is Josh Tanner for $55, and then Victoria bid $57. Victoria Rachel's has it for $57. $57 on that. Back down to the bottom. Christopher Morris, first on Player. This is sold to Christopher Morris. Darren Wortman, first on the Golden Earring. Thank you, Darren. That's sold to you. Leslie Holt, you were second. John Otten, first on Grand Funk. Trevor was second. Jane third. Joshua fourth. Bob fifth. James sixth. Terry seventh. Ashish Khan, Young Master of the Sarad, a la Raka Tabla. This is $10. $10 on that. And Paul McCartney Ram. Wow, what a very clean-looking copy for $15. Paul McCartney Ram on the black Capitol label, $15 on that. David Bowie's a no bid. If anybody wants it, it's a $35 buy it now. Sealed David Bowie, $35 buy it now. George Strait is sold to Victoria Rachel's for $57. It's time for 2 new auctions. That is sold to Victoria Rachel's for $57. Thank you, Victoria. That is sold to you. Next comment was Colin Butler on Con. That's sold to Colin Butler. Bob Riger gets Ram. That's a great album. Stephen A. Young was second. Dan Ingerson put Test. The Grassroots, Powers of the Night, $6.50. And the band Stage Fright with the original insert that came inside of it, VG Plus, $12.50. David Bowie, a no bid for $35. It's now a buy it now. Let's put up B.B. King and Aretha Franklin for our next auctions. We have sealed B.B. King, the original folk blues of B.B. King. This is likely a 1970s U.S. press. It does have a couple small tears and some breaches where some moisture got in. It is a $20 start. Sealed B.B. King, original folk blues, B.B. King, 1949 to 1950. $20 start on that. And Aretha Franklin, Once in a Lifetime. Aretha Franklin is an original 1969 U.S. pressing, also mostly sealed. It has a tear in the top left corner and a small tear in the bottom right corner. $25 start. That's sealed Aretha Franklin, Once in a Lifetime. Jackson Blaylock first on the band. Jane Fink second. Reed Gregory third. Also, The Who, Odds and Sods. VG Condition, $5. The Who, Odds and Sods. VG Condition, $5. Cliff Richard, I'm No Hero. Cliff Richard is $7.50. Famous Blue Raincoat, The Songs of Leonard Cohen by Jennifer Warnes. Now $17.50. Jane Fink first on The Who. That's so to Jane Fink. Next is REO Speedwagon Live. You get what you play for. $17.50. Very nice looking jacket. Super clean vinyl. $17.50 on that. Also, Objects of Desire, Michael Franks. Excuse tonight's nightly nudity. That is $5 for Michael Franks, Objects of Desire. Bobby DJ Gutaradro, maybe. Until the Milky Way by Jimmy Bryce and the Beavers. Wow, that's a pricier one. That's now $20. Leslie Holt first on REO Speedwagon. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Next is the Who Quadrophenia. That is $15. That's the 2LP soundtrack, the original soundtrack to the film. It's on a white label too. It's a promo copy. White label promo, the Who Quadrophenia, $15 on that. And Red Rose Speedway, Paul McCartney, $11.50 on Red Rose Speedway. The B.B. King is called Original Folk Blues. It is a United Superior Records label, most likely a 70s press, $20 start. And Aretha Franklin is sealed, Once Upon a Lifetime, also a $25 start. Jane Fink first on the Who Quadrophenia. James Ludwig was second. Jane Fink first on Paul McCartney. Chris, you were next. The Beatles Live at the Star Club. That's $20. That's the Beatles Live in Germany, 1962. Also McCartney. This is a 1980s pressing, $15. Paul McCartney. But this label is the black label, and then there's a red label, Columbia. A little bit more, is it Columbia or Capitol? Either way, there's a few different labels for that one. That's $15. And John Lennon Shaved Fish, the John Lennon compilation, $12.50. David Bowie is called Love You Till Tuesday. Includes original version of Space Oddity and previously unreleased titles. It is sealed from 1984. It's a $35 buy it now. A couple more records in here. John Lennon Heart Play, Unfinished Dialogue. That's $12.50. And Grand Funk Phoenix is EX Condition, $9. Grand Funk Phoenix, EX Condition, $9. Jane Fink first on John Lennon. That's so to Jane Fink. And the Eagles' Greatest Hits, $7.50. VG Condition. $7.50. John Cassidy wants John Lennon Dialogue. Christopher Smith first on McCartney. That's so to Christopher Smith. Henry's Choice on GF for Grand Funk. And I'm sure somebody's going to get the Eagles. I would hope so. If anybody wants this, it's a buy it now for $20, B.B. King. If anybody wants Aretha Franklin, it's a buy it now for $25. First to the Eagles was David Hughes. First to the Eagles was Darren Wallace. He put Roggles, but he meant Eagles. That's so to Darren Wallace. David Hughes second. Jackson Blaylock third. Scotty G. Force fifth. Lance Yellow Rope 6. All Die gets both auctions and a buy it now. He gets B.B. King and Aretha Franklin, 25 and 20. Those are sold to All Die. Jetstream, you are next. Let me put up some new auctions. Let me go through that crate one more time. I've got like 5 more like that. Hope y'all are ready. All same kind of titles, all same kind of pace. If we can go through them all that fast. Lovecraft, Valley of the Moon. Lovecraft is an original 1970 sealed. Actually, I may put up a whole brand new crate right now, then recap them all at the end. An original 1970 U.S. pressing. It does have a tiny saw mark, and that's a $30 start. That's Lovecraft, Valley of the Moon. Also, Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire, sealed with hop sticker. An original 1987 U.S. retail copy. It does have a saw mark and one tiny corner breach. $20 start on Bryan Adams. So yeah, let me just go ahead and bring over a whole new crate, and then I'll go through another one, and then we'll put what's left in all of them, then go back through them again. That way you're constantly seeing, at least I got 3 crates behind me, the others in the back. Lovecraft is at 30, Adams is at 20, so new bids on both of those. And Garrett wants the Famous Blue Raincoat. That was a claim from the bins. So let me find that. That was Garrett Cypret, famous blue raincoat. That's sold to Mr. Garrett Cypret. That's right here. Another half off title. Everything in this bin is half off sticker. First record is Rod Stewart, Tonight I'm Yours. No condition notes, $7.50 on Rod Stewart. $7.50, Rod Stewart. Men at Work Cargo, that's $12.50. Also, the Beatles' first live recordings, Hamburg, Germany, $10. The Beatles' first live recordings, $10. And all three of these crates I'm about to go through have some really good titles. This is some stuff that's kind of been buried in the bins in the back that's now hit like 8 months and 10 months old. So it's time to discount them. I don't think I've been through them too many times. Van Morrison Wavelength, $18.50. It's a gold stamp promo with the hype sticker. $18.50 on Van Morrison Wavelength, and Kill or Be Killed. It's a picture disc. Kill or Be Killed. That's a $15 buy now. Also, only one bid on Lovecraft with Fred Carnell at $30. The Bryan Adams has bids for $20, $25, $28, and $30. Terry Schneider first on the Beatles, and Don Harrison first on Rod Stewart. Those are both sold. Also, Rainbow, been out of shape. $15 for Rainbow, been out of shape. We have Rick Springfield, Hard to Hold, $7.50. Original soundtrack recording with the inner sleeve, Rick Springfield, $7.50. Bruce Springsteen, The River, also $7.50. That's because it's in VG condition. Tony Freeman first on R. Tony, if that's for Rainbow, that's sold to you. Bryan Adams is now at $35. Another Rick Springfield, VG plus $5 on Success Hadn't Spoiled Me Yet. VG plus $5 on that one. Jane Fink, I think, was first to this one. Jane Fink, you're first to that one. Aurora Shelter first on Bruce Springsteen. Tony Freeman said yes. Greg G, you were second. And there's another Men at Work Cargo. This one's $9 because it's in VG plus condition. The other one didn't have any condition notes for $12.50. Miles Davis is now just $20. Basic Miles, the classic performances of Miles Davis. Super clean. That's on the Columbia official pressing for $20. Lovecraft is sold to Mr. Fred Carnell for $30. And the high bid on the Bryan Adams right now, David Hughes has that for $35. Jamie Wills Erickson, you're out. Jetstream gets to Miles Davis. Darren Meyer, you were second. Pete Townsend, Chinese Eyes, $7.50 on Pete Townsend. Foreigner, Agent Provocateur, a very clean-looking copy, now just $10 with the original inner sleeve. Super clean copy, $10. That is Foreigner, Agent Provocateur. Loverboy, Wild Side, that's now just $10. And Groovin', the Young Rascals, $12.50. The first label, Groovin' down a crowded avenue. That's the Young Rascals. Let me grab a new auction. There's Bryan Adams. I got a Badfinger album. Badfinger, Say No More. Badfinger, Say No More. This is an original 1981 U.S. pressing sealed. It does have a saw cut that was botched. Paul put botched saw cut. And they did. They kind of clipped out the corner there. Badfinger, Say No More. That is sealed for a $25 start. So we pulled Miles Davis for Jetstream. Darren Meyer was second. George Lyle third. Chris, you were fourth. Darren Wallace first on Foreigner. Reed Gregory was second. And Jamie's out on Bryan Adams. Let's go ahead and sell Bryan Adams in the David Hughes for $35. Badfinger's a $25 start. We have 38 Special. This is $12.50. 38 Special. It has the original. Nope, that's just a generic inner sleeve. But $12.50 on that. FM soundtrack, now just $15. Wow, how did that get left behind? And the Best of Crow. VG plus $5 for the Best of Crow. So there's Badfinger. The next auction is REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon is called Good Trouble. It's an original 82 U.S. retail with the first catalog number. An original press with the first catalog number, sealed, $25 start with the hype sticker. Chris is first to 38 Special. Chris Bachek, he's first to 38 Special. Darren Wallace, you were second. Gallagher, as in Roy Gallagher, VG condition, $5 on Roy Gallagher. And Pure Prairie League busting out, VG condition, $6.50. That has Amy on it. By the way, for those that's going to be back tomorrow, tomorrow is Metal Night Round 3 from this collection. Metal Night Round 3. A week ago, last Thursday, we had a Metal Night. We had one Monday night. We're having a big one tomorrow night. So on the auction block all night tomorrow are going to be metal LPs. And of course, we'll have the bins full metal LPs tomorrow night. So get ready for that. How much was Bruce? Aurora, you got that for $7.50. We have Shannon getting Gall. That was for Gallagher. And David Hughes on Pure Prairie League. Patty, it's already sold. And the next record is Gold Bruins, some kind of Boston Bruins record. VG plus condition, $7.50. I remember showing these. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but I guess it has been. The Boston Bruins is $7.50. And the Standales, why pick on me? Sometimes good guys don't wear white. That's an original Standales record, VG condition, $7.50. Georgia Lyle gets the Boston Bruins record. That's sold to Georgia Lyle. And Kanye West and John Legend, Selfish. And that is a 12-inch single, VG Plus condition, $10. Next is John Dorsey on GB. Time out for a second. Make sure, does FM have the poster? Let me go look at that right quick. FM. Wow, no one claimed that? There's a few in here. I'm like, what in the world? I do see a poster. FM has the poster with it. Not even mentioned. Yes, the poster's in there, John Moreno. It does have the poster. And then John Dorsey put GB. That was, what was GB, John Dorsey? Was that something? Gold Bruins? That was probably Gold Bruins. And we have Salt and Pepper, Tramp, 12-inch single, VG condition, $5. Jackson Blaylock wants Crow. So, John, you were second on Gold Bruins. Jackson gets Crow. We have Keith Hartley Band, 72nd Brave. Keith Hartley's in VG condition, $6.50. Keith Hartley, VG condition. And Minnie, as in Minnie Riperton, VG condition, $6.50 on Minnie Riperton. Huey Lewis in the news. Picture this. Huey Lewis is just $10. Huey Lewis, super clean copy, no condition notes. Justin Chase on SP for Salt and Pepper. Christopher Brusha gets the Keith Hartley Band. Edwin Blom was second. And Jane Fink on Minnie Riperton. Phil S., you were next. Huey Lewis, another one. This one's in shrink wrap, $10 on Huey Lewis. Also has the original on her sleeve. Back-to-back Huey Lewis and Martin Luther King Jr. Message to the World, It's Midnight. MLK, $10. No bid on these auctions. If anybody wants the sealed Badfinger, it's an original 81 pressing, $25 buy it now. If anybody wants the sealed REO Speedwagon, it's a $25 buy it now. No bids on those. Those are now buy it nows. Another MLK record. Actually, this is King Holiday, King Dream Choruses and Holiday Crew. This actually may have music on it. This is sealed for $7.50. Curtis Blow, Fat Boys, Run DMC, Houdini. I think this is, this is actually a song or music. James J.T. Taylor. Whitney Houston, $7.50. Dave on JP. Let's see, that was Dave Deckenperker on JP. That was JP. I don't see a JP. But All Die does want MLK. Let me know if you want the first one or the second one. And Bob Riger, I'm assuming John Moreno didn't want the FM soundtrack. I never did see a take or sold. So that is sold to Bob Riger for right now. All Die wants this one with the music. And let's keep going. We have JFK. There's his nightly appearance. Ask not what your country can do for you. $10 for JFK. Here's our next two auctions. The Birds and the Cars. The Birds and the Cars. The Birds, never before. An original 1987 sealed copy. It's a $30 start. And this is a compilation, I believe. I see 8 Miles High and Mr. Tambourine Man. An original 87 U.S. pressing, never before. That's a $30 start. And the Cars, door to door. An original 87 U.S. Club, sealed, $30 start. The Cars, door to door. An 87 Club, $30 start on that. Jeff and Master put Roy, if that was for Roy Gallagher, that has already sold. Everything is half off sticker for right now. Another Martin Luther King. This is Boy to Man, a musical biography. That is looks like another more so music album than actually him speaking. $10 on MLK. Also, we have the President's John F. Kennedy's inaugural address. Kennedy's inaugural address. $10 on another JFK record. This was Edward B. Morrow. I can hear it now. 33 to 45. A Chronicle of the War. Kind of a spoken word clip, kind of compilation of World War II stuff. $7.50. Christopher Smith, MLK, Boy to Man. That's sold to Christopher Smith and John F. Kennedy. Boy, we've hit a patch of JFK tonight for sure, and MLK. This is $12.50 for JFK. It is sealed. Reno and Smiley, the 83 Collector's Edition. Reno and Smiley is $7.50. And this is Elton Britt, 16 great country performances. Elton Britt, $5 on that. Final call to get bids on these auctions. We're looking for $30 starts on both of them. The Birds and the Cars, $30 starts on both of those. Godly and Cream, $10 for Godly and Cream. It's called Ale. That's $10. John, I have already sold the Crow record. That has already been sold. And We have Was, Not Was, Born to Laugh at Tornadoes, 10 on that, $10 on that. A new bid on the Birds at $30. Gallagher earlier, that was the comedian. Yeah, Gallagher. I sold a Gallagher record. I can't remember who claimed it. Somebody got it. It was Gallagher the comedian. Gallagher the comedian. This right here. Not the guitarist. It was this guy. I forgot who claimed it, but it was VG Condition, $5. I don't have these tagged right now. They rewatched the sales. JFK, 1961. This was this one right here. This one, Jetstream, it was $10. It's a gatefold. Looks very well made. Is that his? I think that's the full. Yeah, that's the full transcript there. Yep, $10. JFK's inaugural address, $10 on that. The Birds is at $30. And we have Jetstream says he'll take this. All right, final call on those auctions. We have Barkley James Harvest, Eyes of the Universe. That is $10. Barkley James Harvest. And Cat Stevens, Very Early in Young Songs. That's in shrink wrap, $10. Cat Stevens, Very Early in Young Songs, $10 on that. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $10 for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. What a nice looking copy. This one's a gatefold. It is on the second label, but that's very clean. And the Moody Blues 7 Sojourn. We're knocking out all the nightly appearances tonight. Here's the Moody Blues. No condition notes. $7.50. Some very clean records in here, though. Like Ray Charles Invites You to Listen. That's in shrink wrap. Ray Charles was $10. He invites you to listen. And Rock Classics. This is a Vanilla Fudge album, Renaissance. It's repackaged in this. I think these are made in Italy. These are made somewhere overseas. This is Vanilla Fudge. Where is this actually made? I think it's made in Italy. These are kind of repackaged. Original Rock Classics, Vanilla Fudge Renaissance. Jetstream gets Ray Charles. That's sold to Jetstream. And Firing Up, Pure Prairie League, $7.50 on Pure Prairie League, $7.50 on that. All right, the Birds is sold to Christopher Morris for $30. And if anybody wants the Cars is a buy it now for $30. The Cars is a buy it now for $30. I got to set up a new empty crate right up here. Let me do that right quick. That one's full. One of these crates are full of... One of these crates are full of supplies. We sold supplies earlier, inner sleeves and outer sleeves. If anybody else is interested in those, give me a holler and I'll show those again before the sale's over. But just a moment ago, we sold a ton of inner sleeves and outer sleeves. Darren Wortman gets the Cars. That's going to be the first crate, first record in the new crate. That's sold to Darren Wortman for $30. The London Chuck Berry Sessions, $10 for the London Chuck Berry Sessions, $10. There's some great titles in here we left unclaimed at half off the original sticker. We got to go back through. Robert Palmer Pride. Robert Palmer's is $10. It's in the shrink wrap. Robert Palmer Pride. And the Performance Soundtrack, Mick Jagger, a 74 UK pressing. That's $10. Orlando Martinez gets the Chuck Berry. That's sold to Orlando Martinez. And Glenn Fry, Soul Searching. Glenn Fry is $10. Glenn Fry is $10. Let me get some new auctions started, including John Cougar Mellencamp. And we have the 5-man electrical band. By the way, the lady who designs our t-shirts and our hoodies and the long sleeve shirts, she drove up here and delivered those before the sale started about 6 o'clock. So if you pre-ordered a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt, those are on hand and those will be billed with this next cycle for this week on Monday. So if you bought a hoodie or a long sleeve shirt, there's 4 gigantic boxes right here next to me. Those will be billed for this week. That was posted like 2 months ago. Those are officially in. And whenever I have a count of how many extras I have, I'll actually show them live. But right now, I cannot take any claims because I don't know how many we have extra, etc. So, we have an original 1971 U.S. Unopened, some large tears in the shrink. So, Paul didn't call this one sealed. He called it unopened because it has some pretty big tears. This is the 5-man electrical band, Coming of an Age. It's a $20 start. No, it does not have the song Signs on it, but that has never been opened. And then we have John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee. This is a 1987 U.S. Club sealed, $25 start on that. Next record in here, The Hollies, A Crazy Steal. The Hollies is $10. Also Stan Getz with Orlando Almeida, a 1963 mono, $15. Stan Getz with Orlando Almeida, $15 on that. 63 mono, $15. Also, David Wright, the original. Let me read the spine on this one. I remember showing this one before. It's $20. It's not easy to make out. Hold on a second. It's David Wright, original home band, I think. David Wright, $20 on that. Also, we have Johnny Winter, the Winter of 88. Johnny Winter's in EX condition. That's $8.50 on Johnny Winter. Frank Fairfield out on the Open West. VG Plus, $15. Frank Fairfield out on the Open West. And Three-Man Army 3. Three-Man Army 3. $12.50 for that. And Little Richard, the Real Thing. Little Richard's a UK copy. $15 for Little Richard. What label's 5-Man on? 5-Man Electrical Band is on Lionel Records. Lionel Records, Coming of an Age, $20 start. And the sealed copy of Lonesome Jubilee is a $25 start. Next is Brian Hyland, The Joker Went Wild. Brian Hyland is $5. The Joker Went Wild. First Man in Space, Jose Jimenez, The Astronaut. Cool cover. EX condition, $6.50. Also, The Byrds, the Notorious Byrds Brothers. VG minus. It is on the first label, $7.50 on The Byrds, the Notorious Byrds Brothers. BG's Trafalgar. The BG's is $10. Jay Ferguson, Real Life Ain't This Way, $7.50. Mike Torres is at $25 on John Cougar, Final Call. Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart, Test Patterns. VG Plus, $5 on that. Also, Mr. Rock and Soul, Roy Hamilton. EX condition, $7.50. And Cal Jader and Charlie Bird, that's VG Plus, $8.50. Cal Jader and Charlie Bird, Tamboo. Tamboo. Jane Fink on JF. That was Jay Ferguson. That's sold to Jane Fink. Jetstream on Roy Hamilton. Terry Schneider on Boyce and Hart. That's sold to Terry Schneider. And this is a buy it now if anybody wants it. 5-Man Electrical Band for $20. And then we're going to go ahead and sell Mike Torres, the John Cougar, for $25. Jared Inc. put CB. If that was for Charlie Bird, Jared, then that's sold to you at half off sticker. All right, let me get these stacked up over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the next crate. Like I said, I'll condense those other ones and we'll go back all through those. Let me go ahead and bring up some brand new stuff though and go ahead and start rolling to the next crate. Should I take a pause and go through a crate of new vinyl? It's stuff we've already been through, but I feel like we need to go through it pretty soon. But I'll go ahead and bring over the next crate. This next crate is another half-off sticker crate. So let me go ahead and go through it right now. Jane Fink wants the Brian Hyland from that crate. Let me put up two new auctions. We have Brian Hyland, The Joker Went Wild. That's sold to Jane Fink. And let me go ahead and put up two new auctions. I've got another John Cougar Mellencamp sealed, which is Scarecrow, and I have Belinda Carlisle sealed. John Cougar Mellencamp, an original 1985 U.S. Club sealed. It has a small tear on the top right corner, another $25 start, and Belinda Carlisle, Heaven on Earth. Belinda Carlisle is an original 87 U.S. retail copy. Also a couple small corner breaches. Other than that, that is a $25 start. Both of those are $25 start. Let's continue. We have brothers, Ralph Fiel Velez and Raymond Velez, Reborn. That is a 2014 pressing, sealed, $11.50. The Moody Blues, the present, $7.50 for the Moody Blues. Another Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This one's $10. Another Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Now we got two copies of that, $10. And War, Deliver the Word. War is $17.50. How much was Frank Fairfield from the other bin? Can I get two Huey Lewis and Moody Blues Sojourn from the last crate? You sure can. So, Frank Fairfield. I don't remember saying that, but also there's the Huey Lewis, and let me find the Moody Blues for her. I know exactly what those are. Frank Fairfield. Let me pull these, and I will have to find that in 1 second. Next Play Records. Give me 1 second on that. But all three of these are sold to Gene Brown. Huey Lewis, and Moody Blues. There was a few I was like, I can't believe those didn't sell. 4-Man Army, how much? I think you mean 3-Man Army. It was $12.50. David Hughes is at $25 on John Cougar, and Belinda Carlisle is a $25 start as well. Olivia Newton-John, $5 on Olivia Newton-John, $5 on that. Fifth Dimension, Up, and Away. Fifth Dimension is $6.50. We have New Connie 6, Attacking a Straw Man, in shrink wrap, no condition notes on the vinyl, $10 on that. New Colony 6. Here's Johnny, Magic Moments for the Tonight Show. There is some writing on the cover, but that's now just $10. A great compilation of music. And we have The Incredible World of James Bond, $10. The Incredible World of James Bond. Edwin wants Third Man and Fifth. So let me pull the Third Man record. Or excuse me, 3-Man Army. 3-Man Army, that's sold to Edwin Blom. He's also first to Fifth Dimension. That's sold to Edwin Blom. Jackson Blaylock was third on Fifth Dimension. There's James Bond. Leslie Holt wants The Tonight Show. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Continuing, we have Marion Faithfull, Dangerous Acquaintances. Marion Faithfull is $10. Also, Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. $7.50. The Doobie Brothers, a classic. The Captain and Me, $7.50 on that. Still soupy after all these years. EX condition, $6.50. The Steve Martin Brothers, that's in VG condition, $5. The cover is in shrink wrap of a hype sticker. The vinyl's in VG condition, $5. Jane Fink first on the Doobie Brothers. That's so to Jane Fink. Also, Johnny Van Zant Band, No More Dirty Deals. EX condition, $9. Sticks, Paradise Theater. Sticks is now $9. Sticks is now $9, and it has an etched sleeve. That is a plastic bag inner sleeve that needs to be fixed. I'm going to leave it behind the jacket. That is now $9 though. No condition notes on that. Sticks, Paradise Theater. Jane Fink got the Doobie Brothers. Brian C. wants Still Soupy. Next was Leslie Holt on Steve Martin. Christopher was next. New bid on Belinda for $25. Darren Wallace on Johnny Van Zant. Jackson Blaylock on Sticks. And did Keith Hartley sell from the last crate? I am pretty positive it did. Let me go ahead and sell both of these auctions though. John Cougar sold to David Hughes for $25. And Belinda Carlisle was sold to Chris Farrar for $25. Those are both sold. Minimum bid, they're both sold. BT Express, nonstop. VG condition, $5 on BT Express. And we have Poco, Rose of Cimarron. Poco is $5, and Jerry Rafferty, Snakes and Ladders, $10 on Jerry Rafferty. Let me put up some new auctions. I have Restless Heart, and I have a sealed copy of George Strait, Beyond the Blue Neon. So Restless Heart, Big Dreams in a Small Town, an original 1988 US copy, retail copy, sealed. It does have a saw mark, $20 start on that. And George Strait, Beyond the Blue Neon, another original George Strait. This is a club copy this time from 1989. It is sealed though, $45 start. Sealed George Strait. That's the third George Strait of the night. That is sold. Also, we have Brad Bolin hop sticker on Faithful. Marion Faithful, it says loan for promotion only. It has a promo sticker on it. Dangerous Acquaintances. The label is not a promo label though. It has a promo sticker, Brad. $10 on that. Next is Christopher Brusha on BP. BP was for, I'm not for sure. What was BP? And then Nicholas gets Jerry Rafferty. Let me know what BP was, Christopher. That's sold to Nicholas. Ricky Lee Jones Pirate, $6.50 on Ricky Lee Jones. Harry Belafonte, $5 on Harry Belafonte. $5 on that. Michael, the war price was $17.50. The war price on that was $17.50. $17.50 on that. Also, Anna Marie Alberghetti, I Can't Resist You. Looks like an older record from Capitol. $10 on that. $10. Justin Chase is at $20 on Restless Heart. Justin Chase is also at $45 on George Strait. Hair soundtrack, VG condition, $5. Hair, that's in VG condition, $5. Carol Puckett wants the Marion Faithful if Brad Bolin doesn't want it. Brad, that's totally up to you. Also, we have Delbert McClinton, The Jealous Kind, $5 on that. Mike Golston's back in or in on George Strait at $47. Jetstream gets the Anna record. Patty's in on Restless Heart at $21. Christopher wanted BP Express. Gotcha. BT Express. I had a feeling you wanted BT, but that's actually BT Express, but I got you now for sure. That is sold to Christopher Brusha. Terry Schneider first on Hair. Brad's going to pass on the Marion Faithful, so Carol Puckett, that's sold to you. George Strait's now at $50. George Delisle gets the Delbert McClinton. JP, you were second. And Restless Heart's now at $23. England Dan and John Ford Coley featuring the hit I'd Really Love to See You Tonight. $5 on England Dan. We have Smokin' Smokey Robinson, live Smokey Robinson, 2 LPs, $13.50. Cliff Richard, I'm No Hero. Cliff Richard is $5, I'm No Hero. And The Humor of Rowan and Martin. The Humor of Rowan and Martin, that is $7.50. War is $17.50. That's the half off price. It's a very clean copy. OG with the original inner sleeve. Jetstream first on Smokey Robinson. Restless Hearts at $24. Mike Torres, it's England Dan. George Strait's at $54. 2 new bids on both auctions. Arlo Guthrie running down the road. Arlo Guthrie is $10. We have 4 out of 5 doctors. $10. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the band. 4 out of 5 doctors. Self-titled, $10. Chris Bachek gets the Roland and Martin comedy record. Justin Chase is at $25 on Roland Hart and $54 on George Strait. More hits by the Supremes. $7.50 on the Supreme. $7.50 on that. No condition notes on these unless I say otherwise. The Kinks, Misfits. $8.50 on the Kinks. Also, the Rugbies. The Rugbies is $10. It's in shrink wrap. The Rugbies. Hot Cargo, that's $10. Greg Rogers gets the Arlo Guthrie. That's sold to Greg Rogers. Terry Schneider gets the War. Restless Hearts at 26. Justin Chase, you're out. And Justin has the high bid on Sealed George Strait for 54. That's where we're at on that. Henry Purcell, Songs from Taverns and Chapels. That is $5. Henry Purcell. Also the Kinks, another Kinks album. This one's Give the People What They Want. $8.50. Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues, songwriter, VG plus $5 on Justin Hayward, gatefold cover. Nielsen, Schmilson, put the lime in the coconut, VG plus $7.50. Josh Ragland, you're first to the Kinks. Let me know if you want Misfits, Give the People What They Want, or you can have both of them. He wants the second one, to Give the People What They Want, so the Misfits is still available. The Notorious Birds Brothers, this is on the second label, VG plus condition. The Birds, that's $10, VG plus condition on the Birds, and a little touch of Schmilson in the diet. This has got promo stickers all over it. EX condition, $8.50, which is not a bad thing. We have Tony Samuelson getting the first Harry Nilsson. Details on Restless Heart. Restless Heart is up for bid. It's an original 1988 U.S. retail copy. It is sealed. It has a saw mark on the spine. It's never been opened. The high bid on that's Patty Anderson Williams at $26. We have an Out on George Strait. One more call on that one. It's an 89 club copy. Justin Chase has the high bid on that for 54. Final call. Next record is Chico Hamilton, his great hits. Chico Hamilton is $13.50. Also, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Brand New Day, $10 on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And Isaac Hayes, Chocolate Chip, $10 on Isaac Hayes, Chocolate Chip, $10. And that is well, it's a white label. I don't know if that's actually a promo. It's a white label, though. The Moody Blues at the beginning of the crate. Gene Brown, that was $7.50. How much was the Rugby's? The Rugby's was $10, I'm pretty sure. Hot Cargo was $10. Jetstream gets to Isaac Hayes. That's sold to Jetstream. Jetstream, that's sold to you. Next is Red Bud Thunder, American Rock and Roll. $20. This was $39.99. Red Bud Thunder, American Rock and Roll. $20 on that. We have Michael LeGrand. Well, that's hard to read. With Ray Anthony and Shelly Mann at Shelly Manhole. A 1968 promo copy, $10. That is a Michael LeGrand at Shelly's Manhole. That is at $10. It's a promo copy, yellow Verve promo label. Jackson Blaylock gets the Rugby's. That's so do you. Justin, were you out? Justin, are you done on Restless Heart? Patty has it for $26. Just making sure you were done. And this is for sure. Nobody else definitely didn't bid on this. We're going to go ahead and sell that for $54. $54. Okay. And now, next is Chris Farrar, first on LeGrand. I'll take the Moody Blues and 4 out of 5 Doctors. So this is sold, and this is sold. These are both sold to Gene Brown. Justin's out on Restless Heart. So Patty, that's sold to you for $26. That's sold. Let me put up 2 new auctions, but let me go ahead and show a couple more records. James Taylor's EX Condition, $8.50, and Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, a 10-inch. It's sealed, unopened. Wheels of Steel. Wheels of Steel, $10. Our next 2 auction is the very best of Elmore James and Joe Boxers, like gangbusters. Let's Cut It. The very best of Elmore James, direct metal mastering. This is a 1987 UK import sealed, $25 start. The very best of Elmore James, $25 start. That is sealed. And Joe Boxers, like gangbusters, an original 1983 US pressing. It does have 1 small saw mark and a minor corner breach. $20 start on that. There's the very small saw mark. Those are $20. Next is Dennis Jackson on Mitch Ryder. That's sold to Dennis Jackson. Next is Wynton Marsalis. Wynton Marsalis is $10. And Louis Armstrong and Earl Hines. A 1956 pressing in mono on the Columbia 6i label. $10. VG Plus condition. All right. Before I go any further, tonight I've sold a lot of supplies. I'm going to show those one more time tonight. There's really only 2 things I've officially showed because I didn't want to get too complicated with the 45 sleeves yet. And I sold a bunch of these. I think I've definitely got enough for everybody. I went ahead and counted them all out for Tanner and Jake whenever they rewatch the sale. But I'm going to do this one more time. I have vinyl style packs of 100 outer sleeves. Vinyl style pack of 100 outer sleeves, $29.99. Protective outer sleeves, $29.99. Original master inner sleeves from MoFi, packs of 50, $26.99. So very easy. If you want a pack of inner sleeves, comment inner. If you want a pack of outer, comment outer. And we had a bunch of people buying packs of both. So outer sleeves, $29.99 a pack of 100, and that's exactly what we use on our vintage pre-owned stuff. You can actually put a pretty thick gatefold record in those, and then MoFi inner sleeves are $26.99. Do you have an anti-static brush? I do not have an anti-static brush. Nope. I think I can order those though. So if anybody wants any of those, just let me know. Let's go back up to the top. Corey Gaston got the Wynton Marcellus. That's sold to Corey Gaston. John Otten got the Louis Armstrong. Felix Salas, you were second. And we'll go ahead and make these auctions a buy it now. Nobody bid on Elmore James, so that's a $25 buy it now. And nobody bid on Joe Boxers. Joe Boxers is a $20 buy it now. And we have a couple more claims. We have Darren Meyer on outer sleeves, and Kevin Brabble wants inner and outer. I'm going to go ahead and put those over here in this crate. So there is Darren Meyer on outer sleeves. That's sold to Darren Meyer. Kevin Brabble wants inner and outer. Getting 1 and 1. Inner and outer. There's inner. And there is outer. Got those sold and sold. Thank you and thank you. And next was Redbud Price and Condition. Brent Robley. Redbud Thunder, American Rock and Roll. No condition notes on the vinyl. The buy it now price is $20. Buy it now price is $20. Jetstream gets the Elmore James for a $25 buy it now. That's sold to Jetstream. And Matt Ketchering going to Cat Stevens T. Was T for the Tillerman in here? I don't think there is a Cat Stevens. I'm going to go ahead and go through this crate because there's not much left in this one. And then we went through 2 other half-off crates really, really fast. I think I might go ahead and do a recap, or I may go ahead and just go into the 4th one. That might be best. Redbud Thunder is $20. Brothers Reborn, that was sealed, $11.50. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $10. Olivia Newton-John was $5. If you love me, let me know. New Colony 6, very cool artwork. The covers in shrink wrap, $10 on that. The Incredible World of James Bond, that was $10. Poco was $5, The Rose of Cimarron. Also, Ricky Lee Jones Pirates, $6.50 on Ricky Lee Jones. Harry Belafonte, $5 on Harry Belafonte. LSP, that is a stereo pressing from RCA Victor. Cliff Richard, I'm No Hero. Cliff Richard was $5. Also, More Hits by the Supremes, $7.50. Surprised no one got that. More Hits by the Supremes. Mike Torres gets the Olivia Newton-John. That's sold to Mike Torres. Edwin Blom says he wants Redbud if Brent doesn't want it. Brett will let me know if you want that. If not, Edwin will take it. Henry Purcell was $5. Also, Justin Hayward, VG Plus, $5. Moody Blues, Justin Hayward. The Kinks was $8.50. Also, the Notorious Bird Brothers, VG Plus, $10. The Birds, Justin Chase getting the Harry Belafonte record. That's sold to Justin Chase. Justin, that's sold to you. A Little Touch of Smilson. That was EX, $8.50. We have Chico Hamilton, his great hits, $13.50 for Chico Hamilton. Another Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Brand New Day was $10. And James Taylor, Your Smiling Face, JT, EX Condition, $8.50. Hayward is sold to Nicholas A. Hayward, that's sold to you. Or Nicholas, that's sold to you. Thank you. Anybody else on anything in there, just let me know. Those are all available for purchase right now. I think I've got another one over here on this table, so let me step over here and grab it. But I'm going to need an empty bin pretty soon, so let me go ahead and do some condensing. Condensing? Condensing is when I take the contents of one crate and put them in another, therefore to free up another crate, so I can fill it up with sold records as well. Brent says, "What Edwin have it?" This is sold to Edwin Blom. And then Felix wants Chico Hamilton, which I don't think it's still right here. Chico Hamilton, right? Yep, that's sold to Felix Salas. All right. These are right here behind me, so if anybody decides you do want anything, let me know. I got to step behind the counter and get our next crate of auction stuff, which is more sealed. I was working out of a sealed bin last night. It was mostly stuff that it was all stuff from the sealed collection, but there's a lot of stuff that I've never put up before. And I think I got another half-off crate right over here. I do. Let's go through this one and keep rolling with some of these 50% off. We put out so many records, as y'all know. That's why we have so much to discount. I mean, every night we're priced anywhere between 3 and, if Paul and John are both here, 8 crates. Now, most of the time, a high percentage of everything sells. Usually a high percentage of everything sells, but sometimes there's quite a bit of leftovers, and then we go back through them and we go back through them until everything's sold. Right, Seth? Keep discounting them, etc., etc. So, you already leaving? Seth is already complaining. All right, let me bring some more sealed stuff a little bit closer to me. All righty. Here we go. Let me move these right over here. We have sold a lot of supplies. I've got to put some extra stuff over here for Tanner and Jake, make sure I set enough out. Plus, I think we had a waiting list for sleeves. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now. We had a waiting list for outer sleeves. Let me go ahead and pull those. Outer. John Nazarko, Cynthia Herdron, and Shannon M. Is John Nazarko, Cynthia Herdron, or Shannon M watching? If so, I had you on an old waiting list for outer sleeves. I'm going to go ahead and pull those right now for you. I think you're okay, maybe even with an extra pack. Let me go ahead and put those over here in this crate. Sold, sold, and sold. I had y'all on a waiting list, so that's the last thing I needed to do before I bring over a new crate. And let me just put this right over here. Okay, so that's been filled. Shannon was waiting for those. Now, new sealed stuff. I just brought over a new crate of sealed stuff. I see Stevie Wonder, CCR, Kinks, The Drifters, Mad Dog, Simon & Garfunkel. Let's see what we have up front. Third World. There's Traveling Wilburys. We did that one last night, I think. Peter Frampton, Warren Zevon. Let's do Warren Zevon, and let's do The Who. Who's Better, Who's Best. This is a great compilation. And so Warren Zevon. This is recorded live at the Roxy, Stand in the Fire. Sealed copy of Warren Zevon. This is a RCA Music Club edition, $20 start. It's never been opened. And The Who, Who's Better, Who's Best. So we bought a ton of sealed stuff up in a collection in Michigan. We're chipping away at it. We still got some great titles. Seth's in the back right now actually working on the next batch for probably Friday night sale. This is The Who, Who's Better, Who's Best. It's sealed. It's a 2 LP. My Generation, Won't Get Fooled Again. Magic Bus, I Can't Explain. Happy Jack, I Can See for Miles. You Better, You Bet. That is a $25 start. The Who, that is a sealed 2 LP compilation on The Who, and Warren Zevon's a $20 start. Good luck bidding. We got another half off crate here. The price, I tell you, is the discount bin, or is the discount price. So first, we have Chet Atkins, Picks on the Beatles. This is VG Plus, $9. Chet Atkins, Picks on the Beatles. VG Plus, $9 on Chet Atkins. He picks on the Beatles. VG Plus, $9. Lonnie Liston Smith, Make Someone Happy. $10 on Lonnie Liston Smith. Christopher's at $25 on The Who. Chris B. Jack, $25. Darren, $30. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery. Jethro Tull's $10. Christopher Brusha on Chet Atkins. That is sold to Christopher Brusha. Leslie Wickline wants the Poco from the last crate. You certainly got it. It's right here behind me. Easy pull. That's sold to Leslie Wickline for $5. Jethro Tull still available. So is Wayne Berry. Wayne Berry's in shrink wrap. He's $5. Also, Ray Stennett, A Fire Somewhere. This is a Light in the Attic reissue. If Light in the Attic reissues something, that means it's either a rare title, highly desirable, or both, and for some reason this doesn't have a price on it. Nope, it does. It's camouflage. $12.50. $12.50. And Everyday People. Everyday People, that's the name of the artist. $10 on Everyday People. And The Best of Joe Turner. The Best of Joe Turner is $10. So, The Who was at $25, $25, $27, $30. We pulled Chet Atkins. We pulled Poco. A $35 bid on The Who. A $32 bid on The Who. Lonnie Liston Smith. That is sold to Christopher Smith. Smith, you get Smith. Next was The Who 35 and The Who 37. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. The Birds is $9. No condition notes on that. $9 on The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday. This is $10, a 1980 Canadian pressing of Segherini on the Radio. Segherini, $10 on that. Christopher Morris is at $38 on The Who. New Directions, the Afro Blues Quintet. New Directions, the Afro Blues Quintet, $7.50. Also, Shiitake with John McLaughlin, $12.50 on John McLaughlin. And Faith, Hope, and Charity. Faith, Hope, and Charity is $5. We got 2 people tied on The Who for 40 and 40, and now 3 people tied for 40. Tim Turner wants Olivia Newton-John. Tim Turner, that was from the last crate a long time ago. That has already been sold. Yes, that was If You Love Me, Let Me Know. That is already sold. George Law on S. John. S. John was, now there's John McLaughlin, George Law. The Who's at 45. Christopher Smith first to Afro Blues. We'll go ahead and pull that for Christopher Smith. Let's go ahead and make Warren Zevon a buy it now for $20. If anybody wants Warren Zevon, he's a buy it now for $20. I'm going to make sure George Delisle, he wants McGloshtiki. You got it. That's a tough name. Shiitake, John McLaughlin. That is $12.50. George, that's sold to you. And the Who is at $45 with Christopher Morris. Sealed copy. This is the very best of the Who. It literally says it at the bottom. At the bottom. This is the very best of the Who. That's high bid now at $45. Gene Brown gets the Warren Zevon for a $20 buy now. That's sold to Gene Brown. And W.C. Fields is $10. The original voice track from his greatest movies. Corey Gaston. First of the Joe Turner record, Best of Joe Turner. That's sold to Corey Gaston. The Who's at $45. Everybody else is out. Let's put up another sealed record over here. I'm going to randomly select something, and it is Joe Walsh. Got Any Gum? Joe Walsh is a sealed, it looks like an RCA Club copy. Has the R, that's blotted out. $20 start. Joe Walsh, Got Any Gum? Sealed copy. Because it's a club, no saw marks, no cut holes, very nicely sealed. $20 on that. We have Stephen Stills, Illegal Stills. This is a white label promo with the promo label, $12.50. Stephen Stills. John Lennon, Mind Games, $12.50 for John Lennon Mind Games. Final Call on the Who for $45. Darren Meyer, Chris Bijak, Glenn Martin. Let me know if you want back in. Actually, Darren Meyer already says he's out. So we're down to Christopher Morris at $45 then. Boz Scaggs, My Time. Gold stamp promo on the bottom or on the back. Boz Scaggs, $10 for Boz Scaggs, My Time. We have Leo Sayer, Endless Flight. This is sealed, never been opened. You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, $10 on Leo Sayer. Boz Scaggs, down two then left. Another white label promo, $12.50. Is the chat working? Nothing's moved in a while. Test 1, 2. Everybody's still out there? I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and take this opportunity, since everybody's being quiet, to drink some more Monster Energy drink. Chat's still not moving. Is anybody out there? Roger Waters. It says connected, connected, connected. Nothing has happened since Corey Gaston has claimed Joe Turner. Nothing is still happening. Do I need to do a backflip? Oh, there we go. There's a bunch of stuff. John Cassidy, Mind Games. John Cassidy. I got you down for Mind Games, John Cassidy. That's sold to you. Greg G. Test, Justin Taste Test, Test, thumbs up here, 3 dots. We have King Mules Flat Picking Guitar Festival. EX Condition, $6, featuring Eric Thompson, David Bromberg. That's EX Condition, $6 on that. We have Danny Cox, EX Condition, $9. Danny Cox, EX Condition, $9. And we have Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, VG Plus, $10. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, VG Plus, $10 on that. Street Action, Bachman Turner Overdrive, VG Plus, $5 on BTO. Gene Brown gets the sealed Leo Sayer. Christopher Morris, nobody said out, or only one person said out, but I got to go ahead and sell it. Christopher Morris gets that for $45. Joe Walsh, no bid. Sealed copy of Got Any Gum. That's a $20 buy it now. Gene Brown first on Leo Sayer. I've already pulled that. And George Delisle is going to get the David Bromberg. That was this record right here. That's sold to George Delisle. The Kinks low budget, $7.50 on the Kinks. And Pete Townsend Scoop, $12.50 on Pete Townsend Scoop. $12.50. No conditionals on that. Very clean copy. And in due times, Aesop's Fable. Aesop's Fables from 1969, $17.50. Jamie McCord on Joe. That was Joe Walsh. Jamie McCord. You get that for a $20 buy it now. And we have Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Culture Club is $12.50. $12.50. Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Edwin Blom, first on Aesop's Fable. And this is Hank Crawford. It's a funky thing to do. Hank Crawford is $10. It's a funky thing to do on the original Cotillion label. So we pulled Bromberg, we pulled Joe, we said Friesen, Aesop's Fable, and we have Mudslide Slim, James Taylor. This is VG Plus $10. Just booted like 40 of us say no. Facebook was freezing. That's what happened. I was like, wow, is everybody still alive out there? Facebook was freezing. Typical Facebook letting us down. Mark Zuckerberg. Without him, we wouldn't have it, but with him, he causes a lot of problems for us. I guess thank you and no thank you. All right, next auction is Junior Walker and the All-Stars, All the Greatest Hits. A sealed copy of Junior Walker and the All-Stars. This is sealed. Shotgun. Also, it is sealed. $20 start on that. Junior Walk on the All-Stars, All the Greatest Hits, sealed copy for a $20 start. And we have Peter Wolf, Lights Out. Peter Wolf is also sealed, and this is a $20 start. Those are both sealed copies, $20 and $20 start on those. All right, so the last thing I pulled was Aesop's Fable for an Edwin Blom. Next is Neil Young Trans, $11.50. If I don't say anything about the grade, yeah, we must have a connection problem because it went from 299 people to 178 in 1 second. So let me check my internet feed over here right quick. Internet feed, it says live, 257, 369 frames per second. Yeah, everything's good over here. Must be a Facebook bug, of course. All right, so there's Neil Young Trans. Next, we have John Lennon, Milk and Honey, $12.50 for John Lennon, Milk and Honey. $12.50 has the hype sticker on it. Also, Stephen Stills Manassas down the road. Stephen Stills Manassas down the road, $10. Stephen Stills Manassas. We also have Cream Goodbye, VG Plus condition, $12.50 for Cream Goodbye. VG Plus condition, $12.50. Cat Stevens, Buddha in the Chocolate Box. This is actually a promo copy. This is actually stamped a promo copy. Has the hype sticker, Oh Very Young, $18.50 on that. We have The Who Is Done. Yep, I've already sold it to, The Who was already sold to Christopher Morris for $45. Jackson Blaylock gets Cream. Darren Meyer was second. I was wondering why nobody said out. Around the time I was looking for bids again on the Who, Facebook must have went out. So sorry about that. But yeah, well, I've already had to sell The Who. Sorry for whoever was probably going to bid again. I do have other sealed Who records, but yeah, that was unfortunate. Sorry about that. Let me step over here. Go ahead and be getting the next auctions on deck. So yeah, Facebook evidently froze really bad. So sorry about that. Okay. All right, so last thing I pulled was Cream. If you're just back because of the Facebook bug, we're still in the middle of a half-off bin, going through stuff. I've got, we've been through a bunch of half-off bins all of a sudden. So tonight we've already been through, I guess, 8 crates, mostly 2/3 of them. A lot of this half-off stuff I'm discounting that's now become old inventory. I'm going to go through this one, finish going through this one, and then I'm probably going to go through a couple crates of new vinyl and go back through the very first 2. We went through the first 2 crates of half-off really, really quick. We went through them really, really quick, and I'm going to go back through those, especially as new people hop on late throughout the night. It'd be good to go back through those. Right now, we got 2 auctions up. It's Junior Walker and the All-Stars and Peter Wolf Lights Out. They're both sealed, and we're looking for $20 starts. Final call on that. How much is Cat? Cat Stevens is a promo copy, an original promo copy, $18.50. It is a promo. The Poppers, Ellis Island, EX condition, $11. The Poppers, Ellis Island, EX condition, $11. Marmalade, Reflections of My Life. Marmalade is $7.50, Reflections of My Life. Mike Torres is in on the Peter Wolf at $20, going once, going twice. Also, Rock and Roll Party, a 1957 compilation, VG Plus condition, $15 on that. John Gollin gets the Poppers. That's sold to John Gollin. Thank you. Also, Stone Country, sealed. Steve Young, this is sealed, half off of $74.99. That would be $37.50. Jane Fink, first on Marmalade. That's sold to Jane Fink. Also, the Chesterfield Kings, that's in VG condition, $12.99. So now $6.50. 1994, it does have some cover damage, $6.50 on that. Mike Torres, I'm going to go ahead and sell you Peter Wolf for $20. If anybody wants Junior Walker and the All-Star Shotgun, his greatest hits, $20 buy it now. Great stuff there. Ian Deary and the Blockheads Laughter, $10 on Ian Deary. Also, Lee Michaels is $7.50. Lee Michaels is $7.50. And Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $7.50. Rod Stewart, this has Tonight's the Night. The first cut is the deepest. And also The Killing of Georgie, Part 1 and 2. That's a great one. $7.50 on Rod Stewart. Let me grab some new auctions. So, yeah, for those that missed out on the other Who record, let me see what else I have in the Who. I know there's a few in here. I also got sealed Robin Trower. I know we have a lot of people who buy a lot of Robin Trower albums, so let's put up a sealed one. And I have another Who record, and this is called Who's Last, which is a live concert record release they did. First, though, we have John Otten on RS. RS was for Rod Stewart. Let me get that pulled back up. Rod Stewart, that's so to John Otten. Greg G., You Were Next. So we have Robin Trower, In City Dreams. Robin Trower is sealed. It looks like a retail copy because it had a price tag on it and it has a punch hole. I'm going to put that up for just a $15 start. Sealed Robin Trower, In City Dreams. $15 start on that. And now the Who. This is a 1984 U.S. retail copy, sealed. Nope, it's a Columbia Record Club. It's a sealed club copy of the Who, Who's Last. $25 start, 2 LP, sealed Who. Because it's a club, it's not going to have any saw marks or punch holes. $25 start on the Who and $15 on sealed Robin Trower. That's a Robin Trower record you could open or leave in the shrink wrap and open it, and it would be a brand new near mint minus copy. All right, we have Victor Buono or Buono Heavy. That is sealed from 1971, $10. Dawn, that is as in Tony Orlando and Dawn, a 1973 German pressing, $5 for Dawn. 1973 German pressing. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel, Loves a Prima Donna, $7.50 for that. Robin Trower has a bid for $15. Carly Simon, Another Passenger. This is $5. Derek Clark says Chesterfield Kings is a steal at $6.50. Fans of the Stones and classic rock by records. That is Oklahoma Rutland. Derek Clark always, if you see Derek Clark suggest a record, you might as well just go ahead and buy it. He is one of our #1 record suggesters. Derek, what were you, a DJ up in Canada at a radio station? Anytime there's a DJ watching, and they were DJing back in the 60s or 70s or 80s or even 90s or even right now, they're going to have a wide knowledge of music. So always, Derek, thank you. He's kind of one of our quiet volunteers in the back who's always giving suggestions. So I try to read them when I can. I skip over them a lot, but I usually assume everybody else is reading them. But those that are not on YouTube, you might have to see it pop up on the Restream chat. But Derek's always given great compilations or great suggestions. Mike Torrey's first on the Tony Orlando and Dawn. That's so to Mike Torrey's. John Nazarko second. Jane Fink first on Carly Simon. Daniel Farrow, you were second. Aurora Shelton third. Fred Cardinale first on the Chesterfield Kings. And there was another one. There was another Chesterfield Kings in the previous bin. It was a sealed 10-inch. Robin Trower's a final call for $15 to Stephen A. Young. We would have that price for more if it was opened. It's sealed. Final call and final call on the Who. The Dregs, Unsung Heroes. The Dregs is $7.50. Edwin Blom wants Steve Harley. Jane Fink says Daniel can have Carly. Sorry, I already have it. So Daniel Farrow, you will be getting the Carly Simon. There was 3 people who claimed it. You're the last person standing. Daniel, you get the Carly Simon. If you still want it, so do you. Earl Scruggs Review, the Anniversary Special, Volume 1, $6.50. We have Charlie Ainley. Charlie Ainley, white label promo, $5 on Charlie. Music business for 50 years, currently doing record shows, pop-ups. Derek Clark, there you go. Yeah, I think Paul was saying he had talked to you not too long ago, so thank you for all the suggestions. Usually if you suggest something or tell a little bit about it, it will sell, because there's no way no one can master every recorded. I mean, for somebody to know about every record and every artist and every genre, I mean, I do this every night. I listen to records every night. I know I'm fairly young at 28, but there's some people who's been in this for 50 years and still don't know what is everything. I mean, it's amazing how many records there are, how many genres, how many artists. So any suggestions I can get, I'll admit, I don't know. Most of these I can tell you what it is, or probably tell you what genre, but some of this I don't know really what it is. Some of it I do. A lot of it I do. But some of it's, we need somebody to tell us. Or you got to buy it and experiment with it. We have Steve Gibb, Let My Song. Steve Gibb is $5. We have the Stylistics, Rock and Roll Baby. The Stylistics, VG Condition, $5. The Stylistics, Rock and Roll Baby. That's why everybody that works there we're always feeding off each other. Paul knows a lot about certain things. John knows a lot about certain things. I know a lot about certain things. Doug, now Brian. So it's just an infinite, there is infinity. It is crazy how much stuff there is. Lamont Cranston Band, Ups from the Alley, VG Condition, $5. Up from the Alley, Lamont Cranston Band, VG Condition, $5. Let's Straighten It Out. More, Lattimore. Lattimore is now just $15. Let's go ahead. I'm going to reluctantly sell this to Stephen A. Young for $15. If anybody wants the Who, it's a $25 buy it now. $25 buy it now. Walt Campbell, Cashing on the Break Wall. Walt Campbell is sealed for $5. And we have the Reggie Knighton Band. Reggie Knighton is $7.50. Also, Tony Tennille from Captain and Tennille, More Than You Know, $5. Darren Meyer is going to get the Who for a buy it now for $25. Darren Meyer, that's so do you. Bandana is sealed from 1985, $7.50. Uh-oh, it's Tchaikovsky. Speaking of classical and stuff that takes forever to master, I think you could study your entire life classical music and still not get it all. $7.50 on Tchaikovsky, Mendelssohn, violin concertos, OP-35, OP-64, Henry Zeisberg, Contrabass, Orchestra, Amsterdam, Bernard Haitink. That was my best attempt at reading it all that. The Amazing Journey. Here's another, The Story of the Who. Let's do another Who compilation. If you missed out on the other one because of the bad connection, and we got a really cool seal 10 years after. So let's try these. So 10 years after, this is their debut album. It's on Darum. Boy, it looks very nice sealed. I don't know exactly what pressing it is, but it is on Darum. It's their debut album, sealed 10 years after. $25 start on that. And here's Amazing Journey, The Story of the Who. And this is a sealed 2008 compilation. Can't Explain, My Generation, I Can See for Miles, Summertime Blues Live, Won't Get Fooled Again Live, Tea and Theater. That's a song they did. They used to do at the end of their concerts, a tribute to Keith Moon. And then John Entwistle. Bob O'Reilly. That's another sealed Who compilation, also a $25 start on that. All right, so let's see what I missed there. Let me put away those old sleeves. We re-sleeve everything, by the way, in brand new sleeves. I have Darren Meyer got the Who. We have Stimpy Wants This, the Tchaikovsky, and Greg Brown gets Tennille. So those are both sold. Everything in this bin is half off sticker. Continuing with Dwight Twilley Band, Twilley Don't Mind. Dwight Twilley is $5. We also have Memories, Live One More Time. Looks like Jerry Blavant's scrapbook. It's a compilation. VG Plus, $5. Daniel, we've already sold. Tchaikovsky. Brian Hyland, Tragedy, 1,000,000 to 1. $5 on Brian Hyland. We have King T with DJ Keith Cooley, Payback's a Mother, a 12-inch single from 1987, $10 on that. Justice, Cold Getting Dumb, that is a 1987 pressing, $10. And Captain Jam and the Midnight Finis, that's a 1986 pressing, $5. Heavy D, Have You Seen Davy? $5 on Heavy D. Ain't Misbehaving, Fats Waller and His Rhythm. $5 on Ain't Misbehaving, $5 on that. And Lionel Richie, there's Mr. Lionel, $5 for that. Chris Bachek on DT. DT was the, let's see here. Well, could be one of these 12-inch singles, right? Captain Keith. Which one was it? Fats Waller. Give me 1 second. That was Dwight Twilley. It could be Dwight Twilley. Chris, that's so do you. Justin Chase on Heavy D. That's Davy Day. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second on there. There's Fats Waller. Davy D. What did you put? Heavy D? Heavy D. Captain Jam, Justice, Kingsback. Did you mean... There was another Heavy D. There must have been something I said Heavy D, though. There's the Dwight Twilley Band. Lionel Richie, Fats Waller. Davy D? Did I say Heavy D? That's Davy D. This is Captain Jam. I Can't Stand You. There's Justice, or Just Us, King T, Brian Hyland, and Memory. So, now, I may have said this is Davy D. Right? Have you seen Davy? Is that what you wanted, Justin and John? If not, let me know. And then Daniel Farrow first to Fats Waller. John Otten first to Lionel Richie. Chris Farrar second to Fats. And it's TCH Stereo. Now, what was TCH? I did say Heavy D. I think I did. This was Davy D. Davy D. Poco, Crazy Eyes. Poco is $5 for Crazy Eyes. Also, Charlie Rich, The Silver Fox, $5. Ian Lloyd and Stories is $10. Traveling Underground. And Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't You? EX Condition, $9. Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't You? EX Condition, $9. Okay, 10 years after. It's a buy it now, no bid for $25. And The Who, The Amazing Journey, The Story of the Who, $25 if anybody wants those. Greg G, Gregory Gasky, first to Poco. That is so to Gregory Gasky. Leslie, you were second. Scott Smith gets a great deal on the seal 10 years after for 20, or is that an offer? I actually said 25. Let me make sure nobody else claims that. I thought I said 25. I thought both of them were $25 buy it nows. Scott, if that was an offer, you are first, but 2 other people have claimed it. which means you can have it for $25. Christopher was second, then Matt Hockman, Christopher Brusha, and then Christopher Morris gets the Who for $25. So that's a $25 buy now to Christopher Morris. And then the 10 years after is pinning to Scott Smith. He said sold. All right, so you get 10 years after for $25. Christopher Morris gets the Who for $25. And we have reached the end of the crate. Let me put up 2 new auctions. 2 new auctions over here will be this copy of Squeeze, Babylon and On. And back here in the back, we got Sealed, the classic Creedence Clearwater Revival Chronicle. Fats Waller has already been claimed. We have Creedence Clearwater Revival Chronicle. It does have a breech corner. Couple corner breaches. Not bad, though. It is sealed. It's a 2 LP. It is looks like a retail copy with no barcode. CCR, their 20 greatest hits, $35 start. $35 start. And then Squeeze, Babylon, and On. Squeeze is sealed. It has a hop sticker. It has a saw mark. $20 start on Squeeze. $35 on CCR. $20 on Squeeze. Those are sold and sold. Was Jaskowski Stereo. Somebody else asked that, but somebody else has already bought it. It's already been claimed. And I don't know. I don't think it says on the cover. Import from Europe, made in the Netherlands. It's in stereo. Looks like it's in stereo. All right, then Phil gets the West Bruce and Lane. Okay, so it was me. Okay, it's in stereo. It was sold to you then. My bad. It was sold to you. It's in stereo. It is in stereo. Let me put that right there. Let me put these right there. I'll go back through that bin probably a little bit later because we only went through it once. I got this other bin to go back through, which has great titles. But first, I was going to go through at least one more sealed bin or new bin of LPs right over here right quick. Let me do that. I had some putbacks from last night. So if you missed that, last night we had some putbacks. This is just about a half of a crate of some new sealed stuff. But it's also some stuff we hadn't shown. And then I have a crate over here with some pretty recent titles to do 50% off. I see the Pretenders and Randy Travis and Jerry Garcia. Those are pretty recent titles, so I'm going to show those. But I'm also going to go ahead and put these putbacks right here and go through this like half crate of new vinyl right quick. So, and CCR is a $35 start and Squeeze is a $20 start. So this is actually new vinyl here. New sealed titles to go through. There were putbacks and non-payments. And before I get them sorted, this is kind of the last call before I'm going to condense them over here with this other crate. So kind of final call on these. Suzy Quattro, the best of, Legend, $36.99. That's a 2 LP Suzy Quattro, new and sealed. Def Leppard, High and Dry, $33.99. Fritz the Cat soundtrack, $33.99. Roger Waters, The Dark Side of the Moon, redo on blue vinyl, $46.99, 2 LP. Black Label Society, 1919 Eternal, $39.99. Untouchables by Korn, $33.99. There's the Stevie Ray Vaughan Solo Sessions and Encores, limited 2,500 blue vinyl, $64.99. David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile, $44.99. Slipknot, live at Madison Square Garden, $44.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that's the Palace pressing, 2 LP, 45 RPM, $59.99. Pulp Fiction soundtrack is $36.99. Primus Pork Soda, $44.99 for Primus Pork Soda. Defiance Void Terra Firma, $39.99. And Cake Fashion Nugget is $31.99. CCR is a $35 buy it now if anybody wants that. And Squeeze, Babylon, and On is sealed for a $20 buy it now. Celtic Frost to go to Mega Therion. Jared, I will put you on a waiting list. I will look into that. I actually did order some stuff last night. I ordered some Exciter. That Celtic Frost box set we sold last night, it's still in print. And I almost thought about ordering one, but I think I'm just going to make a post so I don't accidentally over-order them and let everybody know that I can still get that. Trevor Melsha, first to the CCR for a $35 buy it now. Jose, you were second. And let me grab some new auctions, but let me go ahead and finish going through this bin. We have Halloween, The Dark Ride Special Edition, bicolored vinyl, $49.99. Mike Langford gets Squeezed for $20. Thank you, Mike. We have Raven, Stay Hard for $38.99. Dropkick Murphys, Okama Rising for $28.99. U2, Live Under a Blood Red Sky, $33.99. Kiss Psycho Circus, $49.99. And Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, Greatest Hits, $29.99. DRI's Greatest Hits. Now, somebody wanted the Anderson Buford Wakeman How. I still don't know what's happened to that crate. If it's this crate, we need to go through it. I have Anderson Buford Wakeman Howe around here. Somebody commented on an old video they wanted it. And I don't know where that crate, if I can find that crate with that record, because I know if I don't know where it is, that tells me we hadn't gone through it in a while. And that means we've sold it, or no, here it is. Okay, I have found that crate. We might need to go through this one then, because Michael Potts, and he wanted one of our longtime buyers, and he wanted the Black Crow. So let me show this crate, and if anybody else wants anything in here, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of condensing. And just, if you see right there back in the front center, that's Allison Chains, Rain or Fog. We still have those in stock. Allison Chains, Rain or Fog, if anybody wants one. That is still the indie exclusive for $39.99. I'm going to condense these over here with these. So I have an empty crate because I'm going to need it tonight as we continue to do these discount. Any more squeeze? I will check this sealed bin, but let me go through one more crate of new vinyl here. It's definitely something we need to go through because Michael Robert Potts wanted the, let me pull that up actually, and let me get some new auctions started. So I know two things in here for sure is already sold, and I better pull them live right now before I forget. Over here in the sealed bin, let me flip through here right quick and just pull out the next couple records that look interesting. How about Stevie Wonder? And how about Kim Carnes? Mistaken Identity. Very cool. And Stevie Wonder fulfilling first finale. So Kim Carnes with the hit song Betty Davis Eyes. That's sealed. $15 start. $15 start. Club copy. Did you find the Terry Reid I claimed a couple of weeks ago? I know nothing about that. I will ask Tanner or Ed, somebody tomorrow. I didn't know there was a Terry Reid record missing. I will look into it though. Scott. Stevie Wonder fulfilling his first finale. It has a saw mark here. Stevie Wonder is a sealed, no club markings. Could be a sealed retail copy. It does have a saw mark. Stevie Wonder, $25 start. Okay, let me get my phone so I can pull up that flip video, which is right over here. Let me do that right quick. Okay, there's that. And somebody just commented that they want the other Les Claypool box that I have. That's good. Let me pull up that flip video though so I can find that and get all these tagged as I find them. These flip videos stay up for a while, and like 9 days later somebody will find it and comment on it, and sometimes I have what's left, sometimes I don't. So let's see, Nickelback, Black Crows, Michael Potts, Dirty Dancing. I'll take Megadeth Peace Sales and Black Label Saudi Stronger Than FM. Nobody's taking it. Okay. Okay. I sent a message and told Tanner you would check. Okay, I was not told that. So that means, I don't know who said that. That might have been, I don't know. I don't want to say any names. I will find out though. I was not ever told that. Okay, Mel Moss is at 15 on Kim Carnes, thank you, and Stevie Wonder is a $25 start. So this Black Crows Southern Harmony Musical Companion, that is sold to Michael Potts. Thank you, Michael Potts. That was from a flip video. That's sold to you. And we have Taylor Swift Reputation, $59.99. This is sold to Taylor Sargent. I think that's a new buyer. I've got to get his information, so I'm just going to set that off to the side. Taylor Sargent gets Taylor Swift, or Scott Sargent gets Taylor Swift Reputation. I still got one copy left. That is the picture disc, Taylor Swift Reputation. Now we're down to one copy, $59.99. English Beat, I Just Can't Stop. That's on magenta colored vinyl, $29.99. Tool Opiate is $28.99. Tool Opiate, Nirvana Unplugged is $39.99. 2LP version of Nirvana Unplugged. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Live Alive, $46.99 for Stevie Ray Vaughan. Except Balls to the Walls. Except is $39.99. Down to one copy now of Faith, Hope, Love by King's X. $29.99 for Faith, Hope, Love. And Lizzie Borden. A lot of stuff in here is like the last copy before I order more. Lizzie Borden, Give 'Em the Axe, White Blue Marbled Vinyl. 1,000 was pressed, $22.99. Also, Elder, Reflections of a Floating World. Elder is $36.99, new and sealed. Pearl Jam, Backspacer, $33.99. I like that album. Queens of the Stone Age, Like Clockwork, $34.99. Queens of the Stone Age, Rated R, $36.99. Todd Tipton wants Lizzie Borden. That's sold to Todd Tipton. Also, Pearl Jam Yield. This is $33.99. Pearl Jam Yield. Also, Depeche Mode, Violator. Depeche Mode is $33.99. Anderson Buford Wakeman Howe. This is also sold to Michael Potts. Anderson Buford Wakeman Howe. Thank you, Michael Potts. That's sold to you. And we have Lizzie Borden, Master of Disguise. Scott, you were second on Lizzie Borden. If you want on a waiting list, let me know. I can get more of Give 'em the Axe. But there's the other one, Master of Disguise, 2LP Sky Blue Marbled Vinyl, also $29.99. Justin Chase, you get the Kim Carnes for $22. Mel Moss was out. And if anybody wants Stevie Wonder, it's a $25 buy it now. $25 buy it now on Stevie Wonder. Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated, $36.99 for Cannibal Corpse. Scott Smith also takes this one right here, Master of Disguise, and I'll put you on a waiting list for the other one. There's another Cannibal Corpse and another Cannibal Corpse. That was Eaten Back to Life. They're both on colored vinyl. Kiss Unplugged is $44.99. Rolling Stones, BBC Sessions On Air, that's on yellow vinyl, $36.99. And Rolling Stones Tattoo You, the expanded edition on 2LP clear vinyl, $34.99. Next auctions, we have the Kinks Complete Collection, and we have Louis Armstrong Volume 2. Let's take a look at both of these. They're going to be $20 starts. This is the Kinks, a complete collection, a very special price 2-record set. It's a Kinks compilation, $20 start on that. And we have Louis Armstrong Volume 2, also a $20 start. Everest Records Archive of Folk and Jazz. Both copies are sealed from the Michigan collection, $20 and $20 start. Scott, let me know if you want Rolling Stones on Air or Tattoo You. Your pick on those. Also, Damien Joraz or Jamian, somebody else on this video. Jamian something wanted a copy of Days of the News, so I'm going to pull him one of those. If anybody else wants a copy, I hadn't shown these in a while. We put them on sale back around Christmas, and then I permanently changed the price to the on-sale price. And this is Days of the New, first time ever on vinyl. Next Friday, their second album is coming out. I already have a pre-order up for it. It's in our group. But this is Days of the New, their first album. First time ever on vinyl. The second album's coming out. Also the first time ever on vinyl. $39.99. So this one is sold to Damien, Juarez. And he commented that. I've got to pull that for him. I'm also looking for a Megadeth piece sales. I think I'm sold out, but I have more on the way. And Nickelback for Scott Sargent. I got to order more of those. So Scott Smith wants Tattoo You. All right, Scott Smith, that's sold to you. And both auctions have bids. Louis Armstrong's at 20 and the Kinks is at 20. So I knew I needed to go through there because I already had like 5 records out of there sold. I hadn't gone through that crate in a while. So first we have Taylor Swift Reputation, English Beat, Tool Opiate, Nirvana Unplugged, Accept Balls to the Wall, Stevie Ray Vaughan, King's X, Elder, Pearl Jam, Queens of the Stone Age, Pearl Jam, Depeche Mode, 2 different Cannibal Corpse, Kiss Unplugged, and the Rolling Stones. It's called On Air, but that's BBC Sessions. 2 LPs on yellow vinyl, $36.99. Final call on the Kinks for $20. Final call on Louis Armstrong for $20. All right, let's go through another half-off bin. This one has some great titles in it once again, and some pretty recent stuff. So if you're watching, it's 10:21. Boy, it's got late tonight fast. I don't feel like it should be 10:21, but we have been through a lot. I guess it's just where the feed ended, and I had all that trouble early on with the comments and stuff and blocking that guy on YouTube. So things move pretty fast tonight, or it has seemed pretty fast. But let's go through this. I think there's some really good titles in here at half off. And let's keep rolling. Can you get another copy of Tattoo You? So, Brian, I will put you on a waiting list. Yes. Brian, you will go on a waiting list. I can get those from a distributor. That's actually the front. I know we're used to that being the front. If that rings a bell, this is the front of the expanded edition. Let's go ahead and sell these auctions. The Kinks is sold to Paul Oakley for $20. Daniel Farrow, you get the sealed Louis Armstrong for $20. Let's go through some more auctions. I have the Drifters Golden Hits sealed, and I have the Stevie Wonder Woman in Red soundtrack sealed. Still pulling out sealed stuff over here from this collection. We have the Drifters Golden Hits sealed Under the Boardwalk. It does have a saw mark, $20 start on that. And Stevie Wonder, the new Stevie Wonder album, the selections from original motion picture soundtrack, Woman in Red. Stevie Wonder, that's also a $20 start. Do you still have the Halloween from the previous crate? That was the Dark Side. Yes, I still have that if you want it, Cynthia. Also, Todd Tipton, you wanted the Lizzie Borden Master of Disguise waiting list. You got it. That was for Todd Tipton right here. Waiting list. And Scott Smith was on the waiting list for the other. Okay, half off records. Hope everybody's ready for this. I think this has some pretty recent stuff tucked in there. Also, we're getting quite the stack of non-sold auctions over here accumulated. I'll go back through those in just a second, but first let's pull Cynthia the Halloween record. I've got that over here. That was actually a putback. Somebody didn't pay for it, so I don't think I can get those anymore. So probably a pretty good pickup there. Or at least I don't think I've tried to order them recently, but I look up Halloween a lot, waiting for certain stuff to come back in stock. That's so to Cynthia Herdron. $20 start on those auctions. All right, the price I say is the discount price. This is $10. It is La or Layla. I want to open the door. I still hadn't figured that one out. That's on clear vinyl, $10. But yeah, these aren't too old whatsoever. Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun. VG Plus, $5 on Rod Stewart. Jerry Garcia is now just $20. Reflections. Jerry Garcia, super clean copy. Does have a clip corner. That's now just $20. Stephen Steele Steels, $7.50 on Stephen Steele's. A very clean looking copy of Emerson, Lake and Palmer ELP Trilogy. ELP Trilogy, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, $10. Steve Kuhn and Sheila Jordan Band Playground. It's in shrink wrap, EX condition, $8.50 on the ECM Jazz label. We have Rainbow Down to Earth. Rainbow is now just $11. It's in VG Plus condition, Rainbow. Orlando Martinez wants the Jerry Garcia. Thank you. That's half off sticker. That is our first. We're going back to a half off bin here. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. EX condition, $11.50 on the Pretenders. Back on the Chain Gang, the Pretenders, $11.50. Christopher Brusha, You're First to Rainbow. That's sold to Christopher. Suddenly the Blues, Leo Wright, a 62 US mono, $15. Suddenly the Blues, Leo Wright, $15. That's a very clean record for that to be a 62 mono. Mel Moss first to the Pretenders, Tony Freeman second, Don Harrison second on Rainbow. Neil Young Reactor in shrink wrap, $15. Neil Young Reactor, that's a very clean copy in shrink wrap. Gallagher and Lyle, that's actually Roy Gallagher. EX condition, $5 on that. Scott Smith on Leo Wright, that's sold to Scott Smith. And Pat Travers, Making Magic. Pat Travers is $10. Another really clean record. All right, no bids on these. If anybody wants Stevie, $20. If anybody wants the Drifters, $20. Those are $20 and $20 buy it nows. No bids. Rob Zimber, first on Neil Young. That's sold to Rob Zimber. These are half off sticker in this bin. Eric Gale, Forecast. Eric Gale is now $10. Eric Gale, Forecast. On the Edge by Sea Level on Capricorn Records. VG Plus, $5. Justin Chase, first on Woman in Red, but before that, Mike Golston got the Drifters. So Mike Golston gets the Drifters for a $20 buy it now. Justin Chase gets Woman in Red for a $20 buy it now. Scott Smith gets Eric Gale at half off sticker. And we have Randy Travis. Wow, $17.50. A Randy Travis record in the half off bin. That's the first time ever. I will stand by that. This has never happened before. How did nobody buy that the first time around? Now $17.50, Randy Travis. I'm going to step over here and cry. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull up two new auctions. Flashdance and Mungo Jerry in the Summertime, a classic. All right, so this is Flashdance. This is also a reason why you always want to be paying attention to the half-off bins because you never know what's going to pop up. So I usually, in about every half-off bin, there's like something crazy that's like, man, why? This is pretty insane. Flashdance. Sealed copy of Flashdance. It does have a couple breech corners there, but it is sealed and it's never been opened. $20 star. Some of these sealed records like this, when you get them, go ahead and open them up. Go ahead and open them up. Flashdance. Some of them I was like, you probably don't want to open these, but some of these, like Mungo, check this out. Mungo Jerry in the Summertime. Very nicely sealed. Does have a punch hole right there. And that is a $20 start, Mungo Jerry. All right, Randy Travis. So, back up to the top. We had Woman in Red and Drifter, Scott Smith on EG. EG was Eric Gale. I've already pulled that. And then Trevor Melsha first to Randy Travis. And then Sally Sue was second. Stacy Metternich was third. And we have Chick Corea Leprechaun, VG Plus $5. Sally, I see your TT comment, but you were still second. Chick Corea is $5, the Leprechaun. Also, 25 action years, the 25th anniversary of the NBA. NBA 25th anniversary record, $7.50. Sounds of Nashville Baseball, sealed for $12.50. Jared Inc. on Chick Corea. No Japanese tonight. They're all literally sold. Everything Japanese is gone. In the summer of his years, a tribute to the late JFK. Sarah Vaughan, Rusty Evans, The Choir of Nuns, that's actually got music on it, $7.50. Daniel Farrow, third on Chick Corea. Shannon first on FD. FD was, is there something still left in here? Or is that something already sold, Shannon? Mungo Jerry's at $20 with Fred Cardinal. Scott Snee gets the C level. That's sold to Scott Snee. John R. first on Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. That's back here. Sold to Scott Snee, or sold to John R. Scott Snee got C level. John R. got ELP. John Dorsey gets the NBA record. Flash hands. Okay, make sure you put $20 if you're bidding on it. So yeah, make sure you put FD 20 and Mungo Jerry's FJ like Fred or MJ like Fred did. If I don't see a numerical, I don't think you're actually bidding. So make sure if you ever want to place a bid, make sure there's a numerical after. That way I know you're actually placing a bid. All right, so there's JFK. That is like music. That's like a tribute album with Sarah Vaughan. We have The President Strikes Back. This is $6.50. I think that's actually that actually might be some kind of spoof record. There's a lot of different JFK stuff. There's stuff when, of course, he was probably at the time when he was elected, even though it was at the time the nearest election in history, super popular, as we well know. And then when he got assassinated, there was all kinds of stuff. But between 1961 and 1963, there was already presidential records out. But then there was all kinds of like comedy records and spoof records. There is so much JFK stuff. And then after he passed away, after he was assassinated, there was so much stuff. People really took advantage of that, selling presidential records, memorial records, highlights of speeches, people doing musical tributes. I collect them, and I have so many different ones. Like both of these in this crate I already have. I know I already have that. I know I already have that. There are so many. There are hundreds of them. It would fill up like 2 whole shelves of your collection like it does mine. Pretty remarkable how many different JFK records there are. There's also stuff like this. Beware of Greeks bearing gifts. That is $5. $5. Beware of Greeks bearing gifts. Actual speeches of Franklin D. Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy, $7.50. And the Staple Singers, this is a gospel album from 1968, and it is sealed $12.50. All right, Flashdance. Shannon, thank you. That's sold to you for $20. Flashdance is sold to Shannon for $20, and Mungo Jerry is sold to Fred Cardinal for $20. 2 more auctions, sold and sold, 20 and 20. Next was, can you show the Steve Coombe ECM record again? I can. This is Steve Coombe, Sheila Jordan Band, Playground, EX Condition, $8.50. Green ECM label, $8.50. Brian Arrigo wants Greeks Bearing Gifts. That's sold to Brian Arrigo. Christopher Smith on the Staple Singers. And let's put up 2 new auctions. I'm about to need another new crate. Let's go back to the front of this bin and see what we have in here. I have let's see here. Technotronic Get Up, Pump Up the Jam single. Let's put that up for bid. And the Best of BTO. These both look very interesting. All right, we're going to put these up. First, let's do Best of BTO sealed so far. The Best of Bachman Turner Overdrive so far. Great track listing. Roll Down the Highway. Taking Care of Business. You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Sealed. $20 start. And Technotronic Get Up includes an all-new remix of Pump Up the Jam. That is sealed, 12-inch single, $15 start on that. Let me throw away these old sleeves. Put them over here. We tell people when we buy their collections, we're going to be like, when these people have like 10,000 records, we're like, it's going to cost a fortune just for us to re-sleeve and clean all your records and just labor and supplies. We tell people that when we're trying to buy their collections. It's like, it's going to take... and a lot of people already have their stuff clean and sleeved, and I've always told people, if you ever get to the point where you might sell your collection, if everything is cleaned and sleeved, we take that in consideration when we're making an offer, and especially if you don't have pets, and especially if you don't smoke around your records. If you smoke around your records, they are greatly diminishing in value, so I hope you know that. If you can keep them in a different room, or hopefully don't smoke around them, and I know most people have pets, but make sure you keep them at least cleaned or in some kind of resealable bag. We've been into some places before, and you open up a record, and it's like got 3 pounds of cat hair on it. So Make sure you keep your records in a very clean environment. We have Technotronic 15, smoke what? I'm assuming tobacco, but there's no telling. I've been to some houses and I've had some people smoke illegal substances right in front of me. It's happened more than 5 times. I've went to buy somebody's collection and literally they have brought out illegal substances right in front of me and lit up. No joke. It's happened multiple times. Tanner's been with me on some of those trips. He can verify it. Steve Kuhn, this is sold to Chris Ferrara. Chris Ferrara, that is sold to you. I think Seth's been on one of those trips before. So BTO, that's a high bid of 0. We're looking for a $20 start. Technotronic is now at 20. We have Great Moments from the World of Sports. VG Plus, $5. Great Moments from the World of Sports, narrated by Jim McKay. VG Plus, $5. Also, Lee Michaels, Recital, VG Plus, $5. Steele's Young Band featuring Long May You Run, VG Plus, $7.50. VG Plus, $7.50. Rodney Crowell, but What Will the Neighbors Think? Rodney Crowell is VG $7.50. Happy Trails Quicksilver Messenger Service, VG Plus $10. Jam Factory is sealed from 1970. Jam Factory, unopened, $15. Westbound number 9, Flaming Ember, $10 on Westbound number 9. Ted Nugent, Intensities in 10 Cities, $7.50. Marvin Rainwater, $5. All right, so Leslie, you're out on Technotronic. Webster has it for $20. Final call. And BTO, if anybody wants it, it's a $20 buy it now. $20 buy it now on that. Jackie DeShannon is $5. You're Only the Dancer. Razor Light, Up All Night. That is sealed for $15. Stephen Broadskies, Expose Your Overdubs, $17.50. BTO is sold to Kevin Brabble for $20. Leslie's out. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Webster Vance for $20. Those are sold and sold. The Prisoners, Revenge of the Prisoners, $20. The Bible 2, AJJ, Andrew Jackson Jihad, that is $25. $25. Brian Frenfrock on Nuggets, that is Ted Nugent, not Nuggets. That's sold to Brian Frenfrock, Nugent. War is $15, the musical band and a classic. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, CSN, $17.50. Everybody should own at least one copy of that, and I'm okay with everybody having 2 copies. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, that is $17.50. Very clean copy. Let me swap out crates. That one's full. Let me swap this one up over here. And let's see where we're at here. So, yeah, I'm just going to read the titles that's left in here very quickly, and then I think I'm going to go through this crate here, remind you some stuff we have, and then earlier we went through 2 half-off bins that I said I was going to recap after I go through a bunch more. I've reached that point where I'm ready to start recapping because this one crate has crazy good titles in it that still have went unclaimed. And I think I may make it like I did last night. It's getting to about that point of the night where I'm about ready to do half-off best offer, where something was maybe $17.50 and somebody would say $15, and I'd go ahead and sell it for $15 instead of $17.50. So, especially when Mark Kaser's watching. I wonder when Mark Kaser's going to get on. I think Mark Kaser bought an entire crate last night. So, we have Edwin Blom getting Jam Factory. We got to sell Crosby, Stills, and Nash to somebody. How much is it? Let's make it $15. Yeah, let's make that $15. Who wants this for $15? Somebody's got to have Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. You will make me very happy. Edwin Blom. I'm going to go ahead and pull you Jam Factory. That is sold to you, Edwin Blom. That's the first record in the blue crate. And let me get some new auctions. So, still pulling out some sealed stuff over here from the collection up in Michigan. We have Hall & Oates along the red ledge, and we have sealed 10 years after. Stacy Metternich. Stacy, I thought by now I have already sold you a copy. Is this your first copy of CSN? Sell that to Stacy Metternich for $15. Thank you, Stacy. That's sold to you for $15. Stacy, I'm revisiting my Beatles 45s. I'm right now preparing for a Beatles show. So, Stacy, the other day when I had all those Beatles 45s out, they got buried and put back up. I'm digging them back out last night. I hadn't forgot about your request, and I've got to get you that 45. I know I have a copy. I probably have more than one of that 45 you're wanting, but I'm building up. John's been pricing Beatles records. I've been leaving some of them in the bins, but I've also pulled a bunch out, and I'm probably going to do like a Sunday Beatles show within the next 30 days. where we can just load up Beatles collectors and record collectors and be like, listen, it's going to be great stuff, and auctions, etc. So the classic performances of 10 years after. This is sealed, $20 start. It's a 10 years after greatest hits. And Hall & Oates Along the Red Ledge. It is sealed. It has an exposed corner right here. Not bad though. $20 start on that. So those are both sealed. Let's go through these one more time. Layla, $10. I want to open the door. Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun. VG Plus, $5. Stephen Steele's Steels, $7.50. Gallagher and Lyle, EX Condition, $5. Pat Travers, Making Magic, $10 on Pat Travers. Sounds of Nashville Baseball, sealed, $12.50. Gene Brown gets the Rod Stewart. That's sold to Gene Brown, half off sticker. In the summer of his years, JFK, that's $7.50. Todd Tipton gets the Pat Travers. That's sold to Todd Tipton. The President Strikes Back, $6.50. Actual Speeches of FDR and JFK, $7.50. Great Moments from the World of Sports, VG Plus, $5. Lee Michaels Recital, VG Plus, $5. Final call to get bids in on those two auctions for $20 and $20 starts. Steele's Young Band, Long May You Run, VG Plus, $7.50. Steele's Young Band, VG Plus, $7.50. Rodney Crowell, But What Will the Neighbors Think? VG $7.50 on Rodney Crowell. Happy Trails, Quicksilver Messenger Service, VG Plus, $10. Westbound Number 9, Flaming Ember, $10. Marvin Rainwater, that was $5. And we had Jackie DeShannon, and these I've shown multiple times. Razor Light, Up All Night, Stephen Broadsky, The Prisoners, AJJ, and War. So, well, there'll be all things on Beatles Sunday. Now, that's not this Sunday. That's on a Sunday in the future. But most likely, if I have a copy ready, it will be mostly Beatles stuff, but I will try to get some solo stuff too. There'll definitely be solo stuff. Paul, you get Quicksilver. Mike Torres gets 10 years after for 20. He gets 10 for 20. And Hall & Oates is a $20 buy it now. If anybody wants that, Hall & Oates is a $20 buy it now. Okay, I'm going to set that crate right over here. Now, let's revisit that other crate I was talking about because there were some really good titles in here. And once again, half off. And I'll do these. I'm going to be telling you the price, which is already discounted. And then we're here to sell them, though. So I think you know what that means. If there's something that was like the CSN, nobody wanted it for $17.50, but 3 people wanted it for $15. So if it takes another $2 off of a $35 record to sell it, then I'll go ahead and discount it a couple more dollars. So let's go through this. I think y'all really like these titles. Can't believe no one got Hall & Oates. We were selling some of those, the first batch of this sealed stuff of hop stickers for like $40 and $50. What do we have here? The good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't know what that is, so I better not put it out for sale. It's not a Clint Eastwood. It's the name of a band. Looks like something older. Here's R. Dean Taylor, Indiana Wants Me. And let's do another John. We sold a sealed John Mayall last night. Here's a different one here. So a couple new sealed auctions. R. Dean Taylor, I Think, Therefore I Am, with the hit song Indiana Wants Me. Sealed copy, $15 start. And John Mayall is called 10 Years Are Gone. Also a sealed retail copy, $20 start on John Mayall. $15 on R. Dean Taylor and $20 on John Mayall. Those are sealed. All right, now let's go through this discount bin. Everything I tell you is the price. And yeah, I got to get ready for Metal Night tomorrow. I plan on being on here for a while. We got to go through this bin. I think I have another bin of pretty recent stuff over here I'm willing to go through for a discount. Yeah, probably this one right here for sure. Another discount bin. And then, but I do have to, I'm going to try to help Paul tomorrow get auctions ready. And John's going to be here pricing stuff. And if I can help him out too, that would be great. Or go ahead and make up some discount bins for tomorrow night. But tomorrow is Metal Night. But as always, we'll have other kind of stuff for sure. So, all right, let's get started in this bin. We have Harry Nilsson, $12.50, a 1972 pressing, and this also had the booklet. I may show these a little bit more in detail now. This has the booklet with it, original inner sleeve. Harry Nilsson, son of Schmilson, $12.50. Last time I flew through these. I think that's why there's so much still left. My monster was really kicked in. Genesis 3 Sides Live, $17.50 for Genesis, 2 LP, no condition notes, super clean copy. That's a 2 LP Genesis, 3 Sides Live. Tension, this is like an unbelievable stray metal record from that DJ collection back from months ago. There is some cover damage, but Tension is a 1986 US pressing, just $15 on that. Earlier, we were talking about the Chesterfield Kings. Here's the other one, Chesterfield Kings Tripping Out. That is sealed from 1997, $18.50. Andy Lane gets Tension. Andy Lane, that's sold to you, half off sticker. We have Bob Dylan Saved, $17.50 for Bob Dylan Saved with the original inner sleeve. Dylan, $17.50. Also, we have several 12-inch singles in here. I think a lot of hip-hop and R&B. This is First Choice, Double Cross. First Choice is $5. And we have Born to Body Boogie, Body to Body Boogie from Salso LP, Body to Body Boogie ORS. And that is also half off at $10. Stacy Metternich, you get the R. Dean Taylor for $15. If anybody wants John Mayall, he's a $20 buy it now. Sealed John Mayall, $20 buy it now. This is X-Ray, TTED Hip Hop Rappers X-Ray. That is $5. And Pure Prairie League Live, Taking the Stage. EX Condition, $9 on Pure Prairie League. And the Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. $12.50. That's on the Pickwick label. $12.50 on the Beatles. And here are the Beatles Tell All. Pretty good interview. It's a kind of a reissue or a bootleg of an original Beatles VJ. The originals of these are very difficult to find. If the original will not have stereo, at the top. So, well, I think there is an original stereo, but it's very rare, maybe never made. It's one of those weird things. Christopher put PL. If that was for Pure Prairie League, Christopher, that's so to you at half off sticker. And the Guess Who Song Long Bannatyne, the Guess Who is $9. $9. And Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Spirit, no condition notes on that. Yellow Epic label, super clean, about a VG cover with a little bit of wear on it, but that's $9. $9. Won't even let you read the comments. The unhide burden worked one time. I don't know what that means. Are bootlegs worth anything? Well, let's see here. We have Three Dog Night Harmony, and the next auction is, let's see what's going on here with another Kinks record. Let's do Sealed Three Dog Night and Sealed Kinks. All right, so Three Dog Night Harmony. This is a sealed copy. It does have a couple breaches down here, and this is a $20 start. Three Dog Night. Looks like an original retail copy of Three Dog Night Harmony. $20 start on that. It has never been opened. And then Kinks, Kinda Kinks. It's a Kinks compilation. And this is sealed, also never been opened. That's a $20 start. So those are up for bid. $20 and $20 start. Okay, let's go through this crate. Keep going with the half off stuff. The Best of Buffalo Springfield. Last night somebody was looking for what it's worth. That is on here. The Best of Buffalo Springfield. That is $17.50. Also, Botman Overdrive Turner, Botman Turner Overdrive, VTO2, that's $7.50. Quarter Flash, take another picture, $7.50 for Quarter Flash, $7.50. John Lennon Double Fantasy, $10 on John Lennon. Also, the Grassroots, Powers of the Night. The Grassroots is $6.50. Cliff Richard, I'm No Hero, $7.50 for Cliff Richard. And Michael Frank's Objects of Desire, excuse the nudity on that one. $5. Another 12-inch single. This is Jimmy Briscoe and the Beavers Into the Milky Way. That one is $20. Darren Tooley wants the Quarter Flash. That's so to Darren Tooley. Thank you. Also, the Beatles live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany. $20 on the Beatles live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany. $20 on that. Minute Work Cargo, $12.50. Minute Work Cargo, $12.50. Van Morrison Wavelength, $18.50. Hype sticker, gold stamp promo, original inner sleeve, $18.50 for Van Morrison. Can't believe no one got Kill or Be Killed. It's a picture disc, 2 LP picture disc. Kill or Be Killed is now just $15. Yeah, just $15. Rick Springfield, Success Hadn't Spoiled Me Yet, $5 on Rick Springfield. Minute Work Cargo, VG plus $9. Terry said she'd give $10 for the Beatles. Sell that to Terry for $10. The Beatles at the Star Club. Pete Townsend, Chinese Eyes is $7.50. Brian Arrigo gets to Kill or Be Killed. That's sold to Brian Arrigo. Darren Tooley on Rick Springfield. Those are all sold. We have Loverboy Wild Side, $10 on Loverboy. Really clean copy. And a nice copy of the Young Rascals Groovin'. That is $12.50. These auctions didn't get any bids. Three Dog Night Harmony, $20. Kinda Kinks, $20. Those are sealed and sealed. Darren Tooley also gets the Loverboy album. That's sold to Darren Tooley. We have Why Pick on Me, the Standales, an original mono pressing, VG condition $750. Blade Singletary gets the Three Dog Night. That's sold to Blade Singletary for $20. Also, we have Kanye West and John Legend, Selfish, VG plus $10. Martin Luther King Jr., Message to the World, It's Midnight. MLK is $10. JFK, Ask Not What Your Country Can Do For You. JFK is $10. And Edward R. Morrow, I Can Hear It Now. This is like a spoken word record about World War II, $7.50. We're hitting that JFK pocket again. Sealed JFK, the original price of this was 37 cents. It is sealed, the presidential years, $12.50. That's called inflation. Reno and Smiley, Volume 5, $7.50. And 16 Great Performances of Elton Britt, $5. Let me see what else I have over here in this sealed crate. Back up to the top. That stuff I showed last night. I'm going to try the Cocktail soundtrack one more time, and I have another sealed Three Dog Night. So let's try a couple of these. I think I put Cocktail up last night. I'm going to put it up again for a $15 start. It is a sealed original soundtrack, Cocktail. Starship, Thunderbirds, Beach Boys, Ry Cooder, Little Richard, Georgia Satellites. And this appears to be OG2, Three Dog Night 1, as in 1 is the loneliest number, Three Dog Night. And this is sealed. Yeah, this is an original sealed retail copy. There's an old price tag, $4. No saw marks, no punch holes. That's a $25 start. There's one breach in the shrink right there. That's an original sealed copy of Three Dog Night 1, $25 start on that. Godly and Cream is $10. Godly and Cream is $10. Was, Not Was, $10 on Was, Not Was. Barkley James Harvest, $10. Also, Cat Stevens, very early in Young Songs. It's in shrink wrap, $10 on that. Tom Moran's at $15 on Cocktail, thank you. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a super clean copy. As in a white jacket, gatefold, has two of their biggest hits on it, Spinning Wheel and You Make Me So Very Happy. That's BST by BST, $10 on that. Rock Original Classics, Vanilla Fudge Renaissance. It's an Italian pressing, $10. The cover's in shrink wrap. Pure Prairie League Firing Up, $7.50 on Pure Prairie League Firing Up. Robert Palmer Pride, that's in shrink wrap for $10. And the Performance Soundtrack, a 1974 UK Mick Jagger. There's a couple of great songs on here. $10 on that. Corey Gaston gets Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's so to you, Corey. Thank you. Also, Glenn Fry, Soul Searching. Glenn Fry is $10. Soul Searching. The Hollies, A Crazy Steal. The Hollies is $10. That's also in shrink wrap. A Crazy Steal, one of their later studio albums. Tom Moran says PPL, $5. Go ahead and sell that to Tom Moran for $5. We have Stan Getz with guest artist Lorindo Almeida. That's a 1963 mono for $15. And David Wright, Original Home Band, or Original Home, David Wright, Original Home Band, $20. That was $39.99. Tom Moran gets the Cocktail for a $15 buy it now. Three Dog Night, if anybody wants it, it's a $25 buy it now. Sealed OG, Three Dog Night 1, $25 buy it now. All right, and speaking of Three Dog Night, I have another one that's in quad, and I have a Third World album. Let's go ahead and put these up. So, Third World, Journey to Addis. Third World contains the hit single Now That We Found Love. That is sealed with Sawmark. Third World is a $20 start. And we have a quad pressing of Three Dog Night Coming Down Your Way. Sealed quad pressing, $20 start on that. John Smetzer, you were second on Pure Prairie League. I've actually already sold it to Tom for $5. There's two new auctions, $20 and $20 starts. Johnny Winter, the Winter of '88, EX condition, $8.50. Frank Fairfield, Out on the Open West, VG plus $15. Little Richard is a UK copy for $15. We have The First Man in Space, Jose Jimenez, the astronaut, EX condition, $6.50. The Birds, the Notorious Birds Brothers, VG minus $7.50, and the Bee Gees is $10. Nope. Three Dog Night is still available. Does have a tear on the shrink, but that is OG1 for $25. Very unusual. That didn't sell. Andy Lane gets the Johnny Winter. That is sold to Andy Lane. And then Third World and the other Three Dog Night up here, the quad sealed, we're looking for $20 starts on either one of those. Brent Ribley gets one for a $25 buy it now. That's sold to you. And I've been through this crate now 2 times. If anybody else wants anything in there, let me know. They are all available for consideration at this moment. If you want anything else in there, just let me know. I think I'm going to condense this crate, and I think I might go ahead and recap. I think I got one over here that's pretty recent, and we're going to go through it and discount these titles. I'm going to shift some stuff around. And Sherry's at 20 on Three Dog Night. That's a final call, and final call on Third World. Let me see if I can empty out this crate over here. I may just go ahead and try to transfer these contents. Yeah, I think these will fit. Daniel says Stan gets 8. I will go ahead and sell that to you for $8, Daniel. That's sold to you for $8. And yep, got all that to fit in there. That was the leftovers from the other crate. Now that I know I've gone through those a couple times, I can take them to a different part of the store. Won't show those again for a long time. I put them far away from up front so it'll actually keep going through this stuff over and over, because we have so many other records to go through. No reason to keep going through stuff and going through stuff. Let me get all this together here. Get all my OCD straight and organized. All right. Okay. Three Dog Night is sold to Sherry Darnell for $20. If anybody wants to do a buy it now on Third World, it's a $20 buy it now on Third World. $20 buy it now on that. Now, let me grab this other crate I was talking about. Is this the crate I was talking about? Yeah. This has some really good titles in it, and there's going to be a couple in here that's like no-brainers. So if everybody's ready for this, we have Fred Carnell getting the Third World record for $20, and Paul Oakley said he'd give 8 for the performance soundtrack. Let me figure out what I just done with that. It's over here in this crate I just condensed. And I'll go ahead. That's a great deal. I remember I bought mine at a record store in Nashville and paid, I think, $29.99 for it. Because I looked for it forever. But I've had a bunch of these, and like no one ever buys them. But I remember I bought a promo copy in a record store in Nashville years ago, and paid $29.99 for it, because I'd look for it forever. But I guess a lot of people just don't know what it is. It's a movie Mick Jagger was in, and he does a lot of the music on there. So I feel like Stones fan has to, if you're a Stones collector, you kind of have to have it. This is the next crate. I think these were pretty recent titles, but it's kind of some stuff we've already been through. So I'm going to make them a discount. There's some no-brainers in here. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about when I'm showing them. So I hope everybody's ready for this stuff. Hope to sell most of these. That's why I'm going through them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be wanting to discount them. I have another Three Dog Night to put up for auction, and also have a sealed Peter Frampton, our nightly copy of I'm In You. It wouldn't be a Colectco show unless we had one of these. I'm going to put this up. It's a sealed copy with hype sticker, $15 start, sealed Peter Frampton. And earlier, we just sold a quad copy of this. Here's a retail copy, has a clip corner, also a $15 start. $15 start on Peter Frampton, and $15 start on another quad, or another Three Dog Night, but this one's not a quad. All right, hope everybody's ready for this crate. The price, I'll tell you, is the discount price. The first record is $7.50. Philip Bailey, Family Affair, $7.50. And we have the best of the Bar-Kays. That's Volt. Bar-Kays Greatest Hits, $13.50. Gold stamp promo, the best of the Bar-Kays, $13.50. And Sid Barrett, that's $17.50. That's a 2014 Sid Barrett, as in Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd. $17.50 on that, a 2014 pressing. 2 Beatles and Last Ben, I think it was $12.50 on each, both for $20. Now, we sold Star Club. Somebody bought the Star Club Germany. Let me see if there's anything. Let me see what's left in here. Beatles. Somebody bought the Star Club. I got the Beatles Tell All. I have the Beatles Tony Sheridan. Wow, nobody bought Genesis or the other Chesterfield Kings. So the Beatles Tell All is $10, and the other one is $12.50. That's what's left, John Cassidy. If you want both of those for $20, I'll do that. All right. So Minute Work Cargo for $8. Was that in the previous bin? Now, are you talking about there was a VG Plus copy that was $9. Is that the one you're talking about, Justin Randall? You're offering $8 for the one that was VG Plus $9. All right, let me do this in order. So that was John Cassidy asked about the Beatles. Then Jackson Blaylock first on Sid Barrett. Chris was second. Terry bid $15 on Frampton. John Cassidy said he did $20. So let's do that one at the half off price, and let's do that one for $10. So both Beatles records going in for $20. Justin Randall said he'd give $8 for the Men at Work Cargo. This is sold to Justin Randall for $8 from the previous bin. Yeah, anything on that last bin, if you want to make an offer on it, go right ahead. I'm still selling out of the last bin. Still got Best of the Barkays and Philip Bailey. Badfinger Airwaves, $10. Badfinger Airwaves, $10. Rye Cooter Borderline, just $7.50 for Rye Cooter. Another Badfinger, Wish You Were Here, $10 on this one. This one feels like a foreign pressing. I think it is. This Badfinger is from where? This is, could be US. Maybe it's a US. Maybe I'm just crazy. This is England. No, it's a UK copy. Badfinger is a UK copy. We have Beach Boys Still Cruising. That's $13.50. Still Cruising. That has Kokomo on it. $13.50. Kenny Rogers, Share Your Love. $5 Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. And Bad Company, Desolation Angels. Very clean copy for $10. Rock and Roll Fantasy, $10 on that. By the way, Darren Tooley's the new high bidder on Frampton at 17. Terry Schneider, you're out. Let me know if you want back in. Daniel Farrow offered $10 from the Genesis album in the last bin. You got it. Sell that to Daniel Farrow for $10. Daniel gets Genesis for $10. We also have Terry Gearhart getting Badfinger and Badfinger. Terry, you get Badfinger and Badfinger. Those are sold and sold. Thank you. Half off sticker. The Beach Boys, That's Why God Made the Radio, a 2012 pressing. That's $20. Also, The Police, now just for $12.50. Somebody go ahead and take it before I change my mind. Original inner sleeve, The Police, $12.50. We have the Best of the Beach Boys, $10. Capital Starline, the first label for this album, in mono, $10 for the Beach Boys. Darren Tooley, First of the Police. That's so to Darren Tooley. Terry Schneider, let me know if you want back in on Peter Frampton. Bay City Rollers, Greatest Hits in Shrink Wrap, $7.50. Tom Moran, You Were Second on The Police. We have another Bad Company, Burning Sky. That's $10. Terry Schneider, the high bid on Frampton, $17. Nobody bid on this Three Dog Night, so it's a $15 buy it now. Sealed copy, $15 buy it now on that. If anybody wants it, it's a $15 buy it now. I have a Billy Joe Thomas album that is sealed. Here's going to be our next auction. It's Billy Joe Thomas, self-titled. It's a sealed copy. It is a gatefold, unopened on Scepter Records. $15 on that. Next is John Smetzer. He gets the Bay City Rollers. These are half off sticker in here. Ron Duffield second. Blade Singletary gets the Three Dog Night for a $15 buy it now. Terry Schneider's at $20 on Peter Frampton. That's a new high bid. So that means Darren Tooley, you're out. Mars Volta is now just $20. It's on gold and green colored vinyl. 2 LP. 1 LP's gold, 1 LP's green. That's just $20 now. Jefferson Starship, $7.50 on Jefferson Starship. Bill Haley and his Comets, Golden Hits. Bill Haley is $10. On the original Decca Color Bars album, original Decca Color Bars label from Decca, $10 on Bill Haley. Eddie Money, Live for the Taking, $7.50 on Eddie Money. Just $7.50 on that now. Darren Tooley's out on Frampton. Terry Schneider has it for $20. Final Call. Garland Jeffries, Rock and Roll Adult, $5 on Garland Jeffries. And the All-American Pop Collection, Volume 5. Now, last night, I'm pretty sure somebody bought Volumes 1, 3, and 4. Here's Volume 5. Now it's $5, All-American Pop Collection. Darren Tooley first on EM for Eddie Money. That's so to Darren Tooley. Paul Cantor, Grace Slick, and David Freeberg, $7.50. And another Rick Wakeman. This has the insert booklet with it. The Myths and Legends of King Arthur, $10 for Rick Wakeman. Ball and Jack is $6.50. Ball and Jack, $6.50 for Ball and Jack. And Traffic on the Road. That is a Traffic live album. Gatefold, $10. John Dorsey on PK. PK for Paul Cantor. That's so to John Dorsey. Let's go ahead and sell Terry Schneider, the Peter Frampton for $20. If anybody wants the Billy Joe Thomas, $15 buy it now. Sealed. Billy Joe Thomas, $15 buy it now on that. There's another 10 Years After album. This one's called Watt, W-A-T-T, $10 on 10 Years After, 10 on 10. And Shout, the Isley Brothers. That's a 180-gram pressing of their album. That's a tough OG to find, especially in high grade. 180-gram reissue. Price, $13.50. Also, Neil Diamond, Hot August Night. Neil Diamond is $7.50. Recorded live at the Greek Theater. $7.50 for Neil Diamond. And we have 60 Greatest Hits of Dion and the Belmonts box set. $12.50 for Dion and the Belmonts. Terry Schneider gets the 10 Years After. Let me see what else I have over here in my half-off crate. Or excuse me, in my auction crate. I have a couple things that It's definitely going to require a little bit of research. But here's a Who album. I'll go ahead and run that. And let's do sealed Simon & Garfunkel. All right, cool. We have sealed The Who face dances, and we have sealed Simon & Garfunkel. Now, I have a couple other Simon & Garfunkels that I think are OG. I know this isn't because it already sold 1 million copies. It has a nice price. But I will say, I don't think I've ever seen a nice price sticker that looks like that. This is a great album, though. Paul Simon, What a Voice, Art Garfunkel, Bookends. It is sealed. Bestseller series, over 1 million sold. The nice price. This has America on it. Mrs. Robinson, we'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. Hazy Shade of Winter. So it has a barcode. So it's an 80s pressing. It is sealed. Simon & Garfunkel, an 80s pressing. Nice price, $20 start. And the Who face dances. I think, yeah, there it is. Pretty sure that's it right there. There's a poster. This is a sealed copy of the Who face dances. It's a retail copy. It's a club copy, Columbia House. It's a sealed club copy, $20 start, the Who face dances. That should have a poster. I think they all have posters. I kind of feel it right there. $20 start on that. All right, so we pulled 10 years after for Terry. Next was Chris Bijak on the Neil Diamond. That's sold to Chris. Tom Moran gets to Dion. Matt Hockman second. Burt Jordan third. Terry fourth. And Christopher said DB10. If that's something in here, let me know. And Edwin says, how much was Ball and Jack? Ball and Jack is $6.50. Continuing, the Hollies, 351-7704. Let's figure out what's going on here. So the Hollies is the Calculator album. If you type in that in their calculator and turn it upside down, it spells out Hollies. $10. Why isn't this going in here right? Let me turn it this way. The Hollies, though, is $10, is what I'm trying to tell you. Edwin Blom will take Ball and Jack. Looking for a $20 start on Simon & Garfunkel and a $20 on The Who. They're both sealed. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, a.k.a. their greatest hits. $12.50 on Jefferson Airplane. $12.50 on Jefferson Airplane. Milt Jackson, $7.50 for Milt Jackson. Milt Jackson. Great Getting Up Morning, Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia Jackson's $5. And the Hollies, Another Night, another Hollies album. That one's $7.50. We have the Elvin Bishop Band, Rock My Soul. Elvin Bishop, $8.50 for Elvin Bishop. $8.50. Also, Doobie Brothers Cycles, their 1989 album, the Doobie Brothers, is $10. Roy Wood is $7.50, On the Road Again. And we have Rick James, Dance With Me. That's a 12-inch single, 1982 promo. Old Fashioned Love is the B-side, and that is literally spelled Dance With Me. No H in there. $5 on that, 1982 promo. Nicolette Larson, Say When. Nicolette Larson's a gold stamp promo for $5. Daniel Farrow, You Get the Doobie Brothers. That's so to Daniel. Also, Nicolette Larson, Radioland. $5 for that Nicolette Larson. And Fool's Gold, also $5. Seth, you haven't been here 20 minutes. You're already leaving? Well, Seth has left without permission. He's already fired, though, so I can't do anything about that. Daniel Farrow, I already pulled the Doobie Brothers. Terry Gearhart, Who. If you're bidding on the Who, make sure you put a numerical, but I'm about to make those a buy it now. So if you're going to bid on 20, you may end up getting it because nobody else has bid. Barry Miles & Co., Skytrain, $10 on Barry Miles & Co. And Smokey Robinson, yes, it's you lady. Smokey Robinson, $7.50. And the Manhattan Transfer is $5. All right, Terry's bid on the Who. We'll make that a final call then in case somebody else is waiting on it. And I'm going to go ahead and make Simon & Garfunkel. Wow. Sealed copy of Bookends. You can open that up and have a brand new vintage analog pressing for $20. I might buy that. I'm going to keep it if nobody else buys it for sure. I'll open it up tonight. Milt Jackson. Jackson Blaylock put MT for Milt Jackson. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you. And then it looks like Jared Inc. was second. Jackson just came in on Milt Jackson. Let's go ahead and sell Terry Gearhart the Who for $20. All right. That was a great crate. There's a couple things in here. Oh, never mind. That was Manhattan Transfer. Okay, so we have, let me do some corrections then. Jackson wants the Manhattan Transfer. Jared, I'll go ahead and sell you Milt Jackson for $5. So that actually goes to you now. And Dominic Musolino will, yeah, I was about to say, wow, $20 for the Mars Volta. And Paul Oakley is going to take the Simon & Garfunkel for $20. For whatever reason, I have a really hard time selling Mars Volta albums. Everywhere else, people's like always saying, you know, great seller. It's always on the list of when there's a new reissue coming out of a Mars Volta album, it's like on the best sellers. I guess for some reason I have a customer base that does not buy, or they already have all the Mars Volta stuff, but they sell a lot of albums. Let me hit some highlights in here. First of all, there's two bad companies, the Beach Boys, these and the Beach Boys. Yeah, let me go through like the first half right here, just very quickly. One more time. Philip Bailey, $7.50. The Best of the Bar Case, $13.50. Rye Cooter was $7.50. The Beach Boys Still Cruising, $13.50. Kenny Rogers, $5. Bad Company, a super clean copy of Desolation Angels, $10. Original inner sleeve, the Led Zeppelin Swan Song label, $10 on that. And I'll also go ahead and show Burning Sky. Burning Sky is also $10. A little bit of cover damage, but super clean vinyl. So $10 each on the Bad Company albums. That's a pretty firm price. And then we got the Beach Boys, their 2012 album, and then an original mono compilation, Jefferson Starship, Bill Haley, the Pop Collection, Garland Jeffries, and Rick Wakeman. I'll stop right there and say, if anybody wants anything in there, now's the time. Also, I rarely get this time of the night where we can do, is Traffic on as a double or single album? Traffic is a single LP. Traffic is a single LP. Now, Tom, which Beach Boys album? Because there was three different ones. Traffic on the Road, single LP. I don't recall seeing that label. We have an offer for all three Beach Boys albums, $25. Well, I know for sure one of them was originally $40. So these are already, I think, great prices at half off. So the best of, I'm going to keep that at $10. That's $10. Starline, mono, and the vinyl looks like it's unplayed. This one's $13.50, which I never get in. And then this one's out of print from 2012. It's $20. So that's kind of the prices on those, and they should be sold. I'm going to keep Bad Company back here. So, what songs on the Traffic? They're doing Low Spark of High Heeled Boys, Shit at the Fancy Factory, Sometimes I Feel So Uninspired, and Light Up or Leave Me Alone. The best of. All three. Well, I guess this one at $13.50, I might make it like 12 to make that a round number. So 12 and 10 is 22, and 20 is 42. $40 for all three of them. $40 for all three of them. That's my price. $40 for all three of them. That's buy this one and get those two free, which would be $46. Those are three that we don't get too often. This one we get very often, but that's the mono original label. That's the mono original label. And then the 2012 album's out of print, and this one's very popular because it has Kokomo on it. So $40 for all three. Tom Moran says he'll take all three. So all three of these are sold to Tom Moran for $40. He was the first person to inquire about them, and then Terry, and then Daniel, and then Fred. So those are sold. That's a great deal. That's, like I said, buy one and get the other two free, which is $47 off. So this is very new titles. That's why I'm like, didn't really want to go through this one, but every once in a while I'll go through a crate of recent stuff. But yeah, those didn't even make it to a discount bin first. Those were just put out like last week, I think, or earlier this week. Maybe those are maybe from Monday night. I really can't remember. And then, was there another question there? Brent said Best of Beach Boys. So Brent, the Barcase is still available. I'll get it down to an even $12 if you want it. And I think that's the only other stuff. There was 4 other people who inquired about the Beach Boys, but let me know, Brent. I'll get the Barcase down to $12 if you want it. Now, I rarely have time at night to get to this point where I'll open it up like request. But I can't do it for vintage, but because we don't know really what we have in vintage. We only show kind of what we're showing. But if anybody's looking for something that they've seen this week on new vinyl for this week, please let me know. If you're looking for a new vintage LP, anything you've seen this week on new vintage LP, let me know. Metal Night, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Barcase is sold to Brent Ribley for $12. This is sold to Brent for $12. That's sold to Brent for $12. I'm going to go through some new vinyl here and read you some stuff. And I've also got, I'm working on this sealed. We've almost sold 2 full crates of auctions tonight. I'm still knocking out some sealed stuff. I have, let me see what else I have in here. See, I got Climax Blues Band and Mad Dog, Who Made the Who. Very cool hop sticker on this one. Check this out. No Toby Keith. No, I used to have, should have been a cowboy, but those are gone. And now since he's passed away, I'm sure those are out of stock everywhere. So, no Toby Keith. Rest in peace. He's gone. His albums are gone, and he's gone. Mad Dog, John Entwistle's Ox. Who made the original? Check this out. Very cool. Mad Dog, which is John Entwistle of The Who. And it's got this hop sticker I've never seen before. Who made the original? Roger Daltrey, Keith Moon, Pete Townsend, and John Entwistle, the original lineup of The Who. Very cool hop sticker on that I've never seen before. $20 start. And I got a sealed Climax Blues Band, lucky for some. Sealed copy, Climax Blues Band, $15 start on that. Don Harrison wants the Bad Company Desolation Angel from the previous bid. Great decision. That's half off sticker. That's sold to you for $10. That's sold to you for $10. Do you have Traffic Mr. Fantasy? Not in stock. No, sorry. Sorry, don't have that. Billy Joel, this is a tough OG to find because it came out in 1989. I rarely get it in. It has the song We Didn't Start the Fire. It's on red vinyl, $33.99. It is on red vinyl. Morgan Wallen, If I Know Me, $29.99 with whiskey glasses. Morgan Wallen's $29.99. Taylor Swift Red. Taylor Swift is $33.99. That's a 2LP, new and sealed Taylor Swift. $33.99. Soundgarden Ultra Mega OK, also a 2LP expanded for just $29.99. Soundgarden Ultra Mega OK, got 4 copies of that left. Journey's Greatest Hits, this is remastered. Journey's Greatest Hits, $46.99. It's a new release, fairly new release. Remastered 2024 for vinyl from the original stereo flat master tapes, $46.99. All those great Journey songs. What a voice. Steve Perry. Meshuggah, Nothing, $38.99. That's new and sealed Meshuggah, $38.99. And Motorhead Bomber, 1 copy of Motorhead, $28.99 for Bomber. And Suicidal Tendencies, this is their self-titled album on magenta colored vinyl. Suicidal Tendencies is $34.99. Billy Joel the Stranger, $31.99 before I throw them off the table. Billy Joel the Stranger, $31.99. Moving Out, Just the Way You Are, Only the Good Die Young, probably his most popular album. He's got a bunch of them though, $31.99. Ace Frehley, solo album from Kiss. This is technically new, but they don't seal them. They just put them in these new sleeves. Ace Frehley's $38.99. That is new and sealed, or new, but it's not sealed. Whiskey Myers, self-titled, $34.99 for Whiskey Myers. Also have Gwar, This Tool at Earth. Gwar is $34.99. And Radio City Big Star by Big Star, $34.99, or Radio City by Big Star. It's a craft record, $34.99. Also have All That Remains for $33.99. The Fall of Ideals, that was long out of print forever. The Sound of Music, $33.99. The classic Sound of Music. Going on 16, going on 17. Young MC, Stone Cold Rhythm, $33.99. The Avett Brothers, I and Love and You, $46.99. Alan Jackson's Greatest Hits is $36.99. Heart, Dreamboat Annie, $33.99. I still have in stock The Fray, How to Save a Life, $33.99 on The Fray. The Fray self-titled last copy, $33.99. And yesterday, the only 2 records left from yesterday's shipment, The Strokes, Is This It? The Strokes is $39.99. Is This It? $39.99. So I'm going to go ahead and make these auctions. I buy it now right here. If anybody wants John Entwistle with a really cool Who hype sticker, $20 on John Entwistle, and Climax Blues Band is $20. And let me go through the no bids for tonight. It's all sealed stuff that didn't sell. I'm going to run through those one more time and tell you what's left in this sealed batch. We have Billy Joe Thomas. That was sealed for $15. Kinda Kinks was $20. These are all sealed, either OGs or vintage reissues. John Mayall, $20. Hall & Oates, Along the Red Ledge, $20. Stevie Wonder, Fulfilling This First Finale, $25. Junior Walker and his All-Stars, $20. Joe Boxers was an original 83 pressing, like Gangbusters, $20. Five-Man Electrical Band, $20, Coming of an Age. REO Speedwagon with Hop Sticker, $25. Badfinger, Say No More, $25. And a David Bowie went unclaimed, a sealed David Bowie, Love You Till Tuesday. And I lost a sticker, but it was a $35 buy it now. John Gollin said he'd give $15 for the Five-Man Electrical Band. John Gollin, you get that for a $15 buy it now. And Brian Frenfrock will take the Climax Blues Band for a $15 buy it now. So that's all the sealed stuff that I have shown tonight. Burt Jordan, that did not sell. Burt Jordan wants the Junior Walker. That's sold to Burt Jordan, $20. Shotgun, that's sold to Burt for $20. Thank you. And I plan on doing a video. I thought I was going to have enough for a video, like to do a flip video of leftovers, but several just got knocked out. There's David Bowie on top. And let me see, I might do some buy it now, some stuff I've never put up before. Let's see here. Okay, here's 4 records. They're all $15 each. They've never been put up, and they're all sealed. They're all sealed. First, we have Christopher Bursha put 15 on J.E. J.E. That's not David Bowie, John Entwistle. I'll go ahead and sell that to you for $15. I feel like the sticker's worth that. That's sold for $15. And, all right, so this is, there's some stuff that's never been shown before. The Tramps, Mixing It Up, $15. Sealed Tramps, Mixing It Up, $15. The Ivets or the Evets, Red Now, featuring Alfie from Motown. That's a $15 buy it now. Stevie Wonder, there's some humidity damage, but it is sealed. The Secret Life of Plants, that's $15. City Boy, Book Early. City Boy's $15. Those have never been shown before from the Michigan collection. Sealed, those are all $15 each. Unopened records. Let's see what else I have here. Here's a few more. Terry, I'll go through them one more time here in just a second. Ron Duffield gets the Tramps for $15. That's sold to Ron Duffield. These are all sealed. Either sealed OGs or sealed vintage reissues. Yeah, I need to go back through tonight's new arrivals as well. All of tonight's new stuff for buy it now best offer. Sanford and Townsend, $15. Taco, putting on the Ritz. That would normally probably sell, so Taco's $15. And Simon Townsend, Sweet Sound. Simon Townsend, Sweet Sound, $15 on that. Law Loves It's Live from earlier, $20. Yeah, Bob Riger, I bet he's already off, though. He was asking about that. But yeah, I do need to go through tonight's new vinyl for those that's still late. We're here with us. We got 124 people still watching on Facebook and YouTube. So one more time on these. This is all $15 stuff. Simon Townsend, Taco, putting on the Ritz, Sanford and Townsend, City Boy, Stevie Wonder, and the Ivets, Red Now. Now here's some other stuff. I'll sort these. We had Badfinger, Say No More. That was $25. Badfinger, Say No More, $25. REO Speedwagon was $25. Good Trouble with Hop Sticker. Joe Boxers, $20 buy it now on Joe Boxers. Stevie Wonder fulfilling his first finale, that was $25. Hall & Oates, $20 along the Red Ledge. John Mayall was $20. Kinda Kinks, $20. Billy Joe Thomas, $15. And David Bowie, Love You Till Tuesday, $35. David Bowie, Love You Till Tuesday, $35. So yeah, here's tonight's newest new vinyl arrivals. Definitely need to go through these. I've got it all condensed here in one crate. So if you missed the very first crates of the night, here they are one more time. The first thing here was Neil Young, official release series, disc 22, 23, 24, and 25. That's Neil Young. You get Freedom, Ragged Glory, Wailed, and Ark. That's $199.99. That's 6, 7, 8, 9 LPs. Coulter Wall, Imaginary Appalachia on red vinyl, $29.99. Coulter Wall, Western Swing and Waltzes, $29.99. Michael Jackson Thriller, new and sealed, the biggest selling album of all time, $28.99. Dolly Parton, Rockstar, 4 LPs on purple vinyl, $64.99. Dio, Live in Fresno, $39.99. Green Day Survivors, $33.99. Todd Rundgren, Now Playing, $28.99. Elvis, Back in Memphis, $39.99. Radiohead, The Bends, $39.99. Wasp, The Last Command, $39.99. Chris Stapleton, Traveler, $46.99. Pearl Jam 10s, $28.99. Slipknot, The Gray Chapter, $34.99. AC/DC, The Razor's Edge, $33.99. Chris Stapleton's $33.99. Motorhead's $29.99. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, $34.99. The Black Crowes 30th Anniversary Edition of Shake Your Moneymaker, $33.99. And Pearl Jam Vitology is $39.99. Jackson, the Law Luz album should be in the next crate. That was all new stuff from tonight. And Paul priced us some fantastic new arrivals for tonight, including a couple pricey, rare box sets in here that's still available. Sherry Darnell wants Elvis. Sherry Darnell, you're going to get Elvis. That's sold to you. Thank you. Elvis is sold to you. Anybody else in anything in there? Let me know if you want to see anything again. So let's go through tonight's new arrivals. The Killer, Sam's Town, $27.99 from 2017. Also Metallica, Master of Puppets, a new remaster, $27.99. La Luz, It's Alive. Jackson, it is $27.99. Now, I know Bob Roger was interested in earlier, so I'll do $25 on it if you want it. It's marked for $28. It is sealed. $25 if you want that. Also, Evanescence Fallen, featuring Bring Me Back to Life or Bring Me to Life, $29.99. Hearts and Flowers of Horses, Kids, and Forgotten Women, $74.99. $74.99. Jackson will take La Luz for $25. That's sold to Jackson. Steve Miller Band, Brave New World, $19.99. Also, Jawbreaker, etc. Sealed, $29.99 for Jawbreaker. La Luz, Weirdo Shrine, $22.99. Now here is probably the surprise. The only Nightwish record I've ever shown from this collection that has not sold, End of an Era. Nightwish is $114.99. 2006, out of print. Nightwish, $114.99. Pat Metheny, Secret Story, $174.99 for Pat Metheny. Steve Miller Band, Your Saving Grace, $24.99. Crispy and St. Peter's, The Pied Piper, $19.99. And Airwaves, New Day. Airwaves is a white label promo, $9.99. Jason wants the Evanescence. Is that right, Jason? You want the Evanescence on silver vinyl. That's so do you. Thank you. And then the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Night Castle, $169.99. It's a 2009 U.S. pressing. It's the only time it's been made on vinyl. The only one for sale in the United States on Discogs is listed for $400. By the way, if you want to make an offer on anything in here, this is probably the last crate we're going to go through. A recap of tonight's new arrivals, so be my guest. If there's anything in here you want, go right ahead. There's some great titles in here. They're somewhat negotiable. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, remaster, $32.99. AC/DC Stiff Upper Lip, $29.99. Sgt. Pepper's, a new remaster, $26.99. Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits is $31.99. When I say a new remaster, these are open, just so I get the point across that it's a new copy and not something from the 60s, 70s, or 80s. Rodney Crowell, Tar Paper Sky, $17.99 for Rodney Crowell. Brand X Mask, that was a 78 Canadian import, $19.99 for Brand X. ABBA, Voulez-Vous, ABBA is $24.99. Motley Crue, Shout of the Devil, that's a 2008 pressing, EX condition, $36.99. Dale Shannon, VG, $11.99, a 66 mono Dale Shannon, VG condition. Also, Pat Metheny Group, Lyle Mays, Mark Eakin, Dan Gottlieb, VG Plus, $14.99. Jaws in 3D, music from the motion picture soundtrack, VG Plus, $21.99. Frigid Pink is VG Plus, $34.99. Frigid Pink, and that is a 1970 Terre Haute pressing. Kind of surprised that didn't sell. Slade, the only one left for tonight. Alive, VG, $12.99. Led Zeppelin, a new remaster, EX, $26.99. Elvis Presley is EX, $21.99. Spaz and Romantic Gorilla, that's a split release from 1996, EX, $22.99. And Cheap Trick in Color. Cheap Trick in Color is VG Plus, $19.99. $20 on the other La Luz. Let me figure out what that one was. Jackson, I'll sell that to you for $20 as well. That's sold to Jackson Blaylock. That might be the last claim of the night. Now, I'm going to leave one thing for Tanner and Jake when they rewatch his feed. Does anybody want to claim anything else? I just saw a comment earlier when I got on Facebook about an hour ago. Somebody wanted this last Claypool, and they rewatch these feeds. So to make it a lot easier, I'm going to bring this box set over here that just sold on Facebook comments and let them know who bought it so they can put a tag on it. And I guess if there'll be nothing else tonight, it seems awfully early. There's some offers. I was about to say, uh-oh, I thought it was new vinyl, sorry. Jason needs to put back Evanescence. Let me put that back in the bin. Now, Jason, I just ordered new copies of that. The pink and black vinyl. The pink and black vinyl. I just ordered new copies of that if you want on a waiting list. We have Jeff H. Nightwish, $100. Jeff H. Nightwish. I will go ahead and sell that to you for $100. So that way we consider that thing sold. Jeff H., that's sold to you. Tom Moran said 15 on Elvis Presley. I will sell Elvis for an even $20, Tom. An even $20 on Elvis. And Mike, I'll go ahead and sell you the Killers for $25. That's sold to Mike Golston for $25. Mike Golston, you get that for $25. Thank you. And even 20. So, because I got some great stuff that didn't sell earlier tonight in the discount bins and some stuff from tonight. I'm probably gonna make a flip bin. I'm probably gonna make a flip bin, and this is gonna be putting a flip bin for $19.99 if it doesn't sell. Tom Moran says sound good. All right, so that's sold for you $20, and we have an offer of $140 on the Trans-Siberian Orchestra box set. Let me look at that one more time, Matt Hockman. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Man, I'll do it for $160, which is $10 off. If you want to get one right now, the next cheapest one on Discogs is $400. I'll do $160 on it. I'll do $160 on Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Night Castle. How much was Metallica? Metallica was $27.99. Master of Puppets. Battery, Master of Puppets, the thing that should not be. That might be one of my favorites on the album. Welcome Home Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah, Orion, and Davinci Inc. This was the box set. This is the Les Claypool box set, $164.99. This is sold to James Bragg. That's sold to James Bragg for $164.99. I'm just going to set it over here on top of the crates, just so we know who got that. And anybody else. Wow, great night. So the last couple nights I've been doing this, let me show y'all what I do over here. So if y'all hear me move crates, that's everything we sold tonight. 8 full crates, and they're packed pretty full. So it's amazing how much we can sell over about a 4.5 hour period. So 8 full entire crates full of records. So some nights we've done as many as 22 crates like that. Some nights we've sold as many as 22 crates full of albums. The last few nights I've been very easily filling up 8 crates. And we only had 2 crates of new vintage arrivals tonight. And we only had 1 crate. And we only had, we had 3 crates of new vinyl, but one of them condensed into 2. So we only had really like 3 crates of new stuff tonight, and we sold 8 crates full. Like I pack them where they're perfectly standing straight up. So that is a lot of vinyl sold. We do that. That's the minimum we do every night. And some nights we do 15, 17 crates. And that's a lot of keying in. They got to go back through and rewatch these and tag everybody. They got to key them in, and then they got to sort them, and then we got to invoice, then we got to pull for orders, then we got to pack them, then we got to ship them. It takes it'll take them 4 hours just to rewatch. And so Seth and Tanner yesterday alphabetized for 9 hours. That's all that they did was alphabetized for 9 hours. Wouldn't take 150. I have a feeling Paul has priced this, even though there's the cheapest ones at $400. I have a feeling he's priced that at pretty good, well market price, meaning if we sold it on Discogs, we would probably get around 150, Matt. So I'll sell it to you for $150. That's sold to Matt Hockman. Now, Matt, if you do have those Sean Connery autographs, I am very much interested. So I'm giving you a deal on that, keeping in mind you may sell me a Sean Connery or a Pierce Brosnan or a Roger Moore autograph. How much was Evanescence? Evanescence was $29.99, Elaney. Great. Of course, it's a big album from, early 2000s, 2003. This is the craft pressing. This is the craft pressing on silver vinyl. That's going to sound really good. Of course, it has that great song, Bring Me to Life, on it. Her voice is amazing. And then, Lee, if you want to make an offer on Master of Puppets, it was $27.99. But that's where we're at. I think that's a great stopping point. We just sold 2 big box sets for over $200. Elaney will take the Evanescence. That's sold to Elaney And so tonight I'm going to start working on stuff for tomorrow night's sale. The flip videos I want to do for the group is some vintage discount. I've got to do the leftover metal stuff. And Ron Duffield needs to put back the tramps. Let's see here. Tramps. Let me figure out if I can find that. Does anybody want that for $15? The tramps right here. It's a buy it now for $15. Mixing it up. That was, I'll put that over here in the $15 pile. Okay. Thank you, Matt. And thanks everybody for watching tonight. Man, tonight seems like it went by fast. Already 11:30. Crazy how fast tonight went by. But I guess it's because we started off crazy with the bad feed and the guy had to block on YouTube 20 times. So we got him taken care of. I think he's done. At least I hope he is. He can't win. He can't win. We got him taken care of, I think. All right. I'm in the feed. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to eat some supper. I got some barbecue over here, and I'm very excited to eat it. So thanks, everybody, again. Good night. See y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock.